Welcome back to Nat19's Curse of Strahd campaign. It's been a bit. Stuff happened last time. We had things that happened. We had some things that didn't happen. I think more things didn't happen than did. I didn't roll my dice yet. Roll dice. 1, 2, 3. That's valid. I think Devin should tell us what did happen.
But you said it was Valid's turn.
It's true.
That's some bullshit. Some horseshit right there. Oh, fuck. Here I go. Saying what happened.
Here I go.
Here you go.
I'm trying to remember what happened.
You
I'm
got
blending
this.
all of the games
We
together.
conducted
I know that we're all fucking separate. So Dreyer's off doing his fucking thing. Fucking, we're in basically a fucking, what do you call it? The Magic Mansion thing with the magic with the mage.
With
right?
the
The
magic.
magic.
The magic mage and the magic.
That's his defining feature, that this mage is magic.
Magic.
I mean, his defining feature is almost that he's not magic because he doesn't have his book.
He's the only one. Hadrick and Jolene were just fucking hanging out in the kitchen the entire goddamn time. Was it?
They were hanging out in a couple other places.
The entire
too.
time.
The entire
Absolutely.
Time. No,
They
the
hung out in
entire
one
time.
very specific place.
Hey now.
Hey now.
You know,
Just
stuff.
saying.
Get your game on.
Look at that performance check.
Yo, right? Damn. Yeah, that happened. Hadrick was hanging out in one place. It wasn't the kitchen, if you know what I'm saying. What?
What a vague innuendo. It's not an
Yeah,
innuendo.
fuck. What else did you have? You had, there was a really cool fucking dream that Hadrick had. See, I'm just remembering small things.
It's fine. This is really interesting.
No kind of order.
So what happened in that
It
dream?
was the game before last where you shot the mage, right?
Yes, that wasn't last.
Yeah,
last
that was
time.
the game before last, so that was fine.
Dreyer escaped.
Hadrick got a super fucking cool fight. And she was not supposed to win and did a lot better than he fucking should have, but didn't win. It was
And
against
now
your
he
old...
has a new scar.
He has a new scar.
Yeah. He needs to stop.
Which I'm sure
getting
Jolene got a
pissed.
good look at by this point.
Are you right?
Why?
I suppose.
What else happened? Devin was all fucking emo, like always, these days. Had a cute conversation with Ashley. Monty, tried to do the spell thingamagoo to change Devin's alliance back. He didn't roll well. There you go.
Nah.
What else happened?
You almost
Oh my
ate
God.
me.
I did almost eat you.
Ashley's
Yeah.
back practically begging you to.
If you know what
True.
I'm
If
saying.
you know what I'm saying.
Listen, I mean, eventually this thing ain't gonna go anywhere, so like, while it's here, I'm kidding.
Damn. You want to enjoy this penis while I got it? Devin's like, no, I'm not. No.
You know, you
That's
almost
about all
ate
I
me,
got.
that's pretty good.
All right.
My sleep deprived
Monty,
brain.
why don't you tell us what happened to
There
you?
you go.
Monty, why don't you tell us what happened to you?
Oh shit. Okay, so we conducted the ritual. It did not go as planned.
That's a better way of saying
I Monty came face to face with some unfucking speakable
Yeah, the thing that
evil.
happened to Flynn. See, I'm remembering.
Yeah, is that the sound of
See,
you
I nailed
remembering?
it.
Something happened to Flynn. Something happened to Flynn. I remembered. Something happened to Flynn. Which was, we think that Flynn might be a nightmare. Flynn turned into a nightmare. Flynn turned into a nightmare.
It's just a nightmare. It's just a nightmare. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm recapping like I'm
It's like fucking It's like Deadpool with Cerebro and fucking Deadpool 2 pretending he can fucking read minds.
That's what I'm doing right now.
So yeah, unimaginable evil Spell failed. Flynn's like a chess piece and also a fiend and also maybe a
There
nightmare.
you go.
We dunked him in acid, nothing happened. We hit him with hammers and like a sword, nothing happened.
Mhm.
And
Truly, these are times of science.
continue the research. And yeah, last I remember, friggin' Monty was like having a dream where Flynn was like a Pegasus and then flew into a dark void
Wasn't he a nightmare?
Yeah.
or something. He was always flying. That's the predator.
A Pegasus would be like the opposite of what he
Ridiculous.
was.
A nightmare is like the bad version of a Pegasus.
No, it was Pegasus. I remember. No, it was Pegasus.
I couldn't remember if the dream had gone like obviously bad by that point or if the game just ended.
Oh,
before
right! Aren't you like in the middle of having your dream?
that.
Is
Basically,
that... Man, that
Yeah.
sucks. Good luck.
yeah. Bye everybody.
Grider,
I need
why
you
don't
to
you
kill
fill
me.
us in a little more specifically what happened to you, and then we'll hop into it.
He freed a prisoner who was a handsome boy.
Yeah.
The two of them traveled to further into the place, the castle, and they found a big old torchy torch. And
Big old torchy torch.
and then fucking Griff popped up and fucking ganked Emil.
Yes, he did.
And told Dreyer that he was like a werewolf from that group that we had killed. And so fuck that guy probably. And then
That's racist.
You know,
Dreyer-
I'm inclined
He
to
could've been a
agree
good
that
werewolf.
probably fuck that guy, but because we're not on super good terms with Dreyer, I feel the need to be like, you don't know!
he doesn't know. That's why he saved him.
You don't know!
God.
I'm gonna make these.
But yeah, like the torchy torch was actually a magic teleporter. So Dreyer used it and traveled up to heckin' that mountain where the Amber Temple is, but not in the Amber Temple, just the place outside the Amber Temple. And then he booked it, and he ran so far away.
Ran all
Get
night and day.
away.
And then
He
he's
ran
trying to
all
come
day
home.
and then night, and now
Yeah.
it's very, very late.
Oh.
Yes, it is.
It is pitch black out. Dreyer found himself lurking near the edges of the Vistani camp and looking in.
It's
Oh,
like Homeward Bound, but
Oh
grinding.
yeah, I was gonna ask you if I could.
Okay.
Are we done with the recap at this point?
Yes.
I was gonna ask you if I could have used those last 2 HD I have in the short break that we agreed
Yes.
that I had.
You could,
Okay, cool.
if you want to roll those. You would have been traveling for hours and hours, so there's no reason why you couldn't have.
alright, now to
Okay, that's
cover up Rainbow Strahd. Goodbye, Rainbow Strahd. Everyone say goodbye to Rainbow Strahd.
Goodbye,
Rainbow
Rainbow Strahd.
He was the best of us.
I hate you, Rainbow Strahd.
Fuck.
That's right.
Why would you say that about Rainbow Strahd?
Hate him.
Well, now I hate you.
For the rest
But
of
I'm
June,
baby.
For the rest of June, the backgrounds, like where the credits and stuff go and whatnot, in our streams are gonna have the rainbow flag.
Yes.
Oh, that kind of rainbow. Okay.
About that. I was gonna say, what the fuck,
So
Deco?
the background, which normally has an image of Strahd there, currently is Rainbow Strahd.
Yeah, fuck Rainbow Strahd.
Let Strahd be gay.
So we'll start off with Dreyer.
Oh boy.
You've been
Oh.
traveling for hours and hours.
Yeah.
You finally made it out of the mountains. You took a bit of a circuitous route to try and avoid any amount of pursuit. And you've made your way to the camp. It's late. You've noticed that the insides of the carriage has been left behind. You see Jerry and Phil chilling, but no sign of your companions.
Yeah. Where did I leave off exactly?
You are on the outskirts of the Vistani camp. You've made it there. You haven't gone in, but just got there.
Okay.
Let me bring up the map of Barovia.
I had an idea, but I'm convinced that if I go there, Griff is just gonna be waiting for me there.
At the village of Barovia. There you go.
Oh, heck. Big map. Shrink.
It's a big map. I'm big map. I'm little map. I come over the map.
Okay.
I'm a map.
You did it. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
So, I guess Dreyer will sheath Nightfall.
I figured at this point, yeah. If you're been lurking about and don't want people to follow you, having a small beacon of light is a great way to make yourself more visible. Especially
Small beacon of blue light.
Especially in the near pitch black that it is. Like, outside of the sources of light from inside the camp, you're effectively blinded to anything around you in the woods.
There's still some lights in the camp, though, right?
Yeah, you can see the fire from that. Like, you can see Vistani walking around because they're all standing near a giant bonfire.
Mm-hmm.
But everything else is, yeah, it's pitch.
Does it look like there are any standing near Madame Ava's tent?
Roll me perception.
Perception.
Looking at it, you see one or two. They don't seem amazingly attentive.
Like
there's
right
there's
there.
less Vistani in general than you're used to. There's still a bunch, but normally by an average count, there's anywhere from 30 to like 35, 40 in the camp. Currently visible, you see about 12.
Oh, okay.
So there's one standing loosely near it, but they kind of keep close to the fire because it is cold.
Gotcha. I will attempt to make my way over to there.
Sure. Roll me a stealth check.
I don't get stealth back on short rest. I don't get luck back on short rest, do I?
No. Luck only comes back on long rests. 20? That's not bad. You do your best to keep to the shadow. You start making your way towards Madame Ava's tent.
And I suppose I will try to look in and see if she's in there. Which I imagine she is, but...
Absolutely she is. She's in the same spot she's almost always been. She has moved before, but effectively she's usually just right in that one spot.
Sleeping or awake?
Just looking in your direction.
Oh,
She doesn't seem to register any movement. She's just standing there, looking off. She doesn't seem extremely focused on anything.
Do I... There's not a lot of good I can... I don't even know how I would go about trying I discern the location of an invisible person.
You could try and listen to see if someone was there, but if you're trying to look for them, it's nearly impossible.
Yeah, I will, I guess, try to do that. See if he's here.
Alright. Roll me another perception check.
Easily could have gotten here in the time it took me to get here. Oh, that's not great.
Doesn't seem like anyone's here. Seems to be by herself.
He will cautiously enter. And now here's the point where I get fucking stabbed in the neck with a knife.
Shink. Madame Ava watches you enter. Wordlessly, she brings one hand out and gestures to a seat.
I will stick to any area that does not have light. I want to be as non-present as
It's
possible.
dim in here. There's a few candles, but you choose a seat closer to the exit, which is a little less lit.
Mm-hmm. What's up?
She gestures to a seat. No, I'm at home in the darkness. Pulls hood up. Pulls hoodie strings on hood so that only beak is popping out of hood.
Cursed. Love it.
Cursed of
For
Strahd.
I'm a creature of the night.
I am the night. Where did my friends go?
Where are my friends?
I take the seat. Does she say anything?
Well, I guess you're dead.
Nothing at all. She stares at you expectantly.
Where are the others?
They left some time ago. I'm not precisely sure where they left. I can't sense them right now.
You can't do that magic thing you did before.
Not right now.
Alright then.
I had someone else request a similar thing, so I attempted so about an hour ago.
Who requested it?
She looks slightly over the bridge of these small glasses she has on. I think we both know. Dreyer. You've made quite the splash on your first visit to the castle, must say.
Yeah, I didn't do much of anything. Not nearly as much as I had hoped to get done. I need to keep moving. He stands up.
Would you like to stay and rest? You look awfully tired. You've been up since last night, haven't you?
If I stay here, they'll probably find me.
It's true.
Thanks for the offer, but I need to get out of here. I'll try tracking him down myself. And he makes his way to leave stealthily.
Do what needs to be done, Dreyer. Because trouble's coming either way. It's the last thing you hear as you walk out. I'll keep your stealth check. You exit the tent.
Okay, yeah, I will make my way back over towards the area of forest closest to where the horses are. The carriage.
Your stealth was 20. Right.
What's up?
I was just checking your stealth to see if you beat any of the perceptions of any of the watchers.
Hmm.
So where are we going?
I was going over to Are there any like people guarding the horses?
What do you mean,
and carriage?
watchers? Nobody's watching.
Oh god! Watchers!
Jeez.
Anyone guarding Jerry and Phil?
Yeah.
No.
Mm.
No, the Vistani, they have people look out for stuff, but there's never been any real semblance of a guard or anything. Because they're never in any particular danger.
He's gonna try to like make his way over there and see if he can like find any footprints or anything leading to anywhere that the group might have gone.
From Jerry and Phil, roll me. Are you proficient in survival?
No.
All right. Roll me a survival check.
Not bad.
There's
Not great.
there's a lot of footprints, and there was a big fight last night, and it looks like a lot of people have been moving in and out. This is a decently high traffic area. There's nothing that is amazingly leading us to try and be like, these are my friends' footprints. You just see a lot of footprints. Along with the fact that it's really dim out, it's hard to make out anything. Like, it's pushing on, if you had to guess, midnight, 1 or 2 a.m.
He will make his way into the woods, I guess. And
Alrighty, as you step into the woods, you become blinded to your surroundings. The dim light of the camp, as it starts casting your direction, about 2 or 3 steps into the woods, almost becomes pitch black.
dang. I guess I will like kind of partially unsheathe Nightfall to kind of give myself a little bit of light.
Alright, you bring a bit of it out, and 10 feet of light shoots out in every direction around you, brightly, and another 10 feet dimly.
Guessing I can't try to make another one now that I'm in here. Another survival check.
In the woods? No. If you stepped in the woods from the Vistani camp, that's to the... You bring out, I'll show you. Proper representation. Ignore all of your friends.
There they are!
I did it! I made it back to my friends!
That would be your wagon for the sake of this. If you step into the woods here, it is so thick that moving into it, like, you'd have to dig around bushes and move stuff to even find, if you're looking specifically for footprints. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of snapped foliage or anything, so you don't think anyone went through there. But you can't be sure, because it's, even with your 10 feet of light,
Ashley moves toward the forest. Hey, what's going on, Dreyer?
What's up?
Are you going into the forest over there? Is that what's going on?
Ashley, don't you talk to him.
How things over here going? I'm kidding.
Stop fraternizing with the enemy!
Ah, I'm gone. Well, there I go, disappearing again.
Jeez.
Except for Jerry and Phil. They can stay.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll try to make my way deep enough into the forest where it's a fucking wonder where anyone would go from there. Make it difficult to find.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna roll a thing. I'm gonna roll 2 things, actually.
And I don't think he's gonna be sleeping.
Alrighty. That will cause you to take a level of exhaustion.
That gives me disadvantage on everything, right?
Basically, I think it's all ability checks, attack rolls, and something else.
Ooh, I think it's just skill checks.
Is it?
Exhaustion, just skill checks.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I get.
You have to take more exhaustion to get disadvantage on attack rolls, right?
Yep. Here.
Oh.
For the sake of reinforcing this, because this is one of the things that's super easy to always forget. First level's disadvantage on ability checks. Second level is your speed is halved. Third is disadvantage on attack rolls and saves. The fourth is your hit point maximum goes down by half. The fifth is you just can't move. Speed is 0. And the non-existent 6th level of exhaustion is you're dead.
Damn.
Yep.
Man.
If you reach the level 6 of exhaustion, you die. As you move in slightly deeper into the woods, you hear the sound of hooves galloping along the road.
I immediately sheath the sword.
You sheath it, and you see a lantern moving past the camp, still barely visible because now you're at 20-30 feet in. You can just see this beacon of light kind of shining in, and it slows down and starts shining around through the wood. The rider's gonna check your stats.
The rider's checking his stats. What an asshole.
Ryder, what are you doing here?
Goddamn right.
She's so
hot. Dreyer just
It
starts
does not see
crying.
you. After about 10 minutes or so, moves off.
There's no. It's just light. That's all I can see from it. And
Yeah,
horse
you
hooves.
see horse hooves and light. And that's all you can make out from your distance. You are in the thick of the woods at this point.
Thick.
Yeah,
That wood's thick.
So thick.
not evaporate. So you're gonna try and wait there for now.
I'm gonna try to. Can I try to find like a decent place to like hide out and maybe get some sleep?
In the woods, you could look around for a spot. You don't know exactly how safe you've never been proper in the woods in Barovia ever, really.
Yeah.
There's lots of crags you could go under. You could try climbing up into a tree and
That'll
effectively
probably be better to climb up into a
attempt
tree.
or rig yourself a spot.
I'll try to do that. Climb up into a tree, like deeper in,
Alrighty.
and try to get some sleep.
You're gonna hop up in there, and you're gonna make a long
Kids,
rest
I'd like to
attempt.
tell you that the voices in my head stopped
That'll
one
be
day. They
you
never
for-
did.
I'll get back to you in a second. Monty,
Yes, sir.
you jolt up in your bed after what seems like days.
Oh,
Like you feel tired, as though you just like run a marathon. It's that cold sweat that just tingles at the back of your spine.
Do I remember anything about the dream?
You remember riding Flynn through the sky into this expanse of darkness that swallowed you up as fast as the world seemed to fade away from you. Then it just seemed like so long you just wandered it with thousands of little voices speaking out, but never anything distinct, never anything you can hear. But each of them definitely saying something to you. Even now, as you wake up, you feel like something's watching you.
I'll look around the room, see if anything is like literally watching me that I can see, and look and
Hi,
see
Monty.
if,
We're just watching you sleep.
Like wonderful creepers.
fucking
Devin couldn't
decapitated by a
sleep, so we
hammer instantly.
Me and Devin couldn't
Just
sleep, so we've just
hammer
been
the
sitting here
side of
watching
your
you.
bed.
Cursed.
Someone who sleeps with like a gun.
Just a maul.
Me, Devin, and Kilala were just, bored. We couldn't go to sleep, so we decided to watch you. I mean, you're really pretty.
Just sitting
It's
here
true.
polishing our knife collection, same old, same old.
You look around the room. It is very, very empty. Unless they actually did that. Did you guys
No.
actually do it? I didn't
No.
think so.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
We didn't.
Oh, no, we didn't.
Mhm.
Alright,
It
if
doesn't
I'm-
feel like a malicious stare. It just it's like you're being sized up.
Huh. Okay. Once I'm.
be still in the room?
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that in a second.
It is
Once I'm
right
outside.
beside your head. There's like a bedside table. It is chilling right there.
Okay. And that's basically where I left it, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
You don't remember if you made it face you or not, but hey.
But it is now. Oof. Oh, just like head slams back into the pillow, just like exhausted from like being so tense. What am I going to do? And do I know what time it is? Is there any way of telling that in here?
In the mansion, not really. There's a window, but it leads out to a very similar expanse to your dream. It's kind of just a void of nothingness. This one's not as deep and dark, but it is endless and kind of grayish black, so it can't help but evoke that memory. You guys came in early in the morning / early afternoon and spent some time in here and then went to bed. Roll me a flat intelligence check.
Oh,
See how your internal clock is working.
Guess I'll just go ahead and sit
Uh-oh.
over here.
You think it's probably sometime in the early hours of the morning, somewhere 2 a.m. maybe.
Not one. Monty, you've been asleep for 12 years.
yeah.
So probably earlier than I would expect anyone to be up, or they might just be up very late. In any case,
Well, you know,
I'll,
all of you didn't get proper sleep last night because of the attack, so you also wouldn't be shocked if people went to bed early as well.
yeah. Then yeah, I don't feel like Monty feels probably tired, but after that dream, he's probably not super eager to try and fall back to sleep. He'll put like Flynn in like a pouch or something, and maybe just walk around the mansion for a while.
Does he hear anything wandering around the mansion?
Carrie.
It's a perfectly reasonable question.
I don't know if they'd still be going at it. I mean, maybe. I mean,
Jesus.
I said hear anything. All of your minds went there. So
Because
Yeah,
we
breakfast.
know you.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah, breakfast.
Scary.
Wandering about, you see many of the spectral servants, who briefly regard you and nod and continue moving, off to do some arbitrary task. The building itself is mostly silent. You were on the lower floor. You know, Devon's was in the room next to yours. And you know, Ashley was upstairs and Jolene and Hendrik were upstairs. And the Mad Mage, you last left him in his chair in the library.
Okay. I will take a shot and take a look at the library.
Alrighty. You walk in. The double doors are open. The room itself is still lit by these stones every few meters up that it give the soft yellow glow to them. And in the near center of the room, in this large chair, precisely where you left him, was the Mad Mage, Goldie, if you will, who's he sat there unmoving, eyes open, seems to be looking forward. There's still a book on his lap, but it seems to be just resting there.
I'll seeing that he's there, I'll like knock on like the door frame, try to get his attention.
7 plus, which is probably pretty good. 1 second. They hide him in the weirdest place. Doesn't exist in the NPC sheets. He exists in an encounter and has an NPC sheet in the encounter sheet, but nowhere else.
Weird.
Stupid.
Is he about to kill me?
No.
Do it,
Is this
Murray.
how
Cool.
I die?
As you knock on one of the bookcases nearby to try and get his attention, you see his eyes kind of refocus, and he turns to you.
Hello.
How can I help? What?
Sorry to disturb you. Just had some trouble sleeping. May I ask what you're reading?
Oh, I honestly don't know. I've been asleep. He places the book down. It's flips it up. The Incants of Exanther. Oh wait, no, yeah, you gave that to him. It's a spell book. can't really make heads or tails of it right now. I don't have anything to decipher it onto. It's got a couple spells in that I kind of recognize.
I see. I see.
You're
You
welcome.
you were sleeping
Yes.
with your eyes open?
Uh-huh.
As you do.
Okay. Sorry to disturb you.
Don't you do that?
I typically no. Usually go for the old eyes closed myself.
Hmm.
Sorry. Do you? I had a weird dream. Do you Do you know anything about that? I give it.
About your bad dream? No, I don't. You just told me about it.
I mean it more. Sorry. I mean more in general.
I love Monty.
I know.
It was quite ominous. I was riding Flynn, and suddenly he was flying, and then I was in a dark void, and there were a lot of indistinct voices all talking at once, and it felt like it went on forever.
Oh, you get used to that. That's kind of the status quo here. I'm gonna be entirely honest. Yeah, you kind of just build a boat and sail the sea of blackness, because that's all that there is here, kid. I can't really explain exactly what runs this place, but it does, and there's the million little things clawing at the back of your mind, and every once in a while you think that maybe some of the things they say might be true, and maybe you should do what they say, and then you think that's probably a bad idea considering what happened to old head honcho up there. Gestures with his hat off in a direction. You have no idea if it's relative to Castle Ravenloft or not, but you feel he means Strahd.
Gotcha. I imagine that would be my guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry. Are you saying that that's just something that will happen to everyone who enters this realm? Eventually?
Yes and no. You guys aren't exactly strong. No offense. You're not weak either. I mean, I had a fucking crossbow shot in my chest today. But you guys are heads and bounds, leagues beyond the average humdrum that is the citizens of this land. There's not exactly people as exemplary as you, so you warrant special attention from the powers that be, which is why you have Daddy Sharptooth so interested in y'all, and yeah, probably why you're having these spooky dreams. Not to mention your little botched fixer-upper earlier.
Yes, I suppose that was pretty foolish to think that simple ritual like that could undo so much damage. Do you think I might have made things worse for Devin?
For her, I couldn't tell you. Maybe. I can't say no, because I don't know how the rules work. I'm going to be honest. I've been trying to figure it out for a length of time, which I don't know because it's always fucking cloudy here. It's been a long time, and it doesn't work the same way it works outside of here. You can break the rules, you can make new rules. The rules just change as they see fit. So yeah, she could be doomed even more than she was before. She could be fine, I guess. Well, she's not fine. No, she can't be that. It's tough to say, kid, but hey, she's probably gonna die anyway, so it's all right.
Woo!
Harry, shut up!
You hear from the other room.
Sounds like she's
The
having
most
fun at least.
inappropriately timed to woo. All right. I sincerely hope that that's not the case.
Sure, yeah, no, I get that. I feel like you guys shouldn't die either, but I feel like I shouldn't die. feel like I shouldn't have got hit with lightning so hard I fell down a mountain, but that happened.
I can imagine. I have failed to save so many people in my life. I just want to be able to save at least one person.
You're in the right place. I mean, you're in the worst place to do it, but if you're gonna have people need saving here, but whether or not you can do so is a very different scale of task. And have you died ever?
Died?
Yeah, like have you ever bitten, got stabbed in the neck, fell over, bled out, starved to death, fell down a well,
You asking?
pissed
Is
off
it
an
your
owlbear?
No. No. I mean, I've come very close, but no. Despite everything, I always came out mostly unscathed. More
You
so.
should talk to people around here and ask them what it feels like to pass on in old Barovia, because it's different than back home, wherever home is for you. Ain't no
So-
Kellamvor to come here and judge you. That's not how it works here. You're just kind of stuck.
So if I can't save Devon and she dies here, she won't even get
She
an
ain't
afterlife?
leaving. Oh, she gets an afterlife, sorta. But I don't think she's not going nowhere. Any person I've spoken to in the lands, which isn't many, if I'm being entirely honest, but the few who have been able to track me down, that have experienced it personally or know someone who has, have always mentioned that it's kind of you're just in line, waiting for the chance to die again.
Like some sort of purgatory?
In a way, I have theories, but I have nothing concrete. I'd have to die, and I don't want to do that. So, there's that.
Is it common for people to die here and then come back so that I could question them about it?
I've met two. Not many people can afford it or have the resources to do it or warrant it in the first place. Again, most people here are
You've met more than two. You met two yesterday.
scaredy
I know.
babies.
Just
who,
something about the way he phrased that made it sound like more than just us. I don't
No,
know.
no, I'm talking to him.
One
He's like,
now.
I've met two. It's like, I met two yesterday.
the average citizen here is never going to come back after they've been killed, or rather they will, but not for maybe 100 years, I think, or so, because your souls don't go in. That's the one thing I know for sure. Your soul just floats, kind of. You basically are a ghost in every sense of the word, sometimes literally, and then one day you find yourself in a little babu body and you live again, just in time for a big boy up there to juice box you to death.
I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
With the juice boxing part or the coming back part?
I mean, most of everything. It's all awful.
That's fair.
Do you think that if somehow we're able to kill Strahd, do you think that their souls would be freed?
I couldn't tell you, kid. Probably, but unless he ain't the only thing here for sure. I can tell you that much. There's more than just him going on. He's bad. Believe me. He hit me with lightning so hard I fell down a mountain. I don't feel. I need to reiterate that and reinforce how fucked you are. But yeah, sure, maybe. I don't know how the rules change on a matter of time. I've heard stories of people turning people into dolls. I don't know. Could be. I believe it. So maybe, yeah,
Alright.
maybe you kill Daddy Longlegs up there, and we can all go home and sing Kumbaya. But I really feel like that might not be the case, and we might all just die here, like we were gonna anyways. But maybe, who knows? That's on you. Something to do in the meantime before you die.
I see. Thank you for answering my questions.
Yeah, I mean,
At
there
the very
were very
least, it
good
doesn't.
answers.
At the very least, it seems like it's not 100% hopeless. Just mostly hopeless.
Just 99.9% hopeless.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Welcome to Goldie Land.
I appreciate your input in any case. I think I might take up your advice and ask the others what it's like. Maybe can learn something useful from it. I'll leave you to your rest.
I'm awake now. I'm gonna go drink. I'm in the kitchen if you need me.
Yeah, that sounds like a thing to do. I'll be off. Thank you again.
He gets up and he starts striding down the hallway.
And I'll leave the library. Just probably wander around for a bit.
Alrighty. Jolene and Hadrick, what are you guys up to?
Indeed.
We'll assume your
Oh.
activities have ceased.
Probably, let's see. So we got up. We did that.
Yeah.
Probably getting food. Like Hadrick's very much
Yeah.
very much in just recovery mode at the moment. Probably just getting food, making sure that he is nourished.
Yeah.
Contemplating
Probably
the fact.
gonna talk about it. Damn, go on. Alright.
I imagine that happened like during or like immediately post.
I feel like there's
This is
nothing
such a
to
good
talk about.
time. Anyway, go on. Sorry.
Keep it in your pants, Carrie.
I would probably agree with that. That they're probably getting ready to head out since it seems like those 24 hours will be up soon.
Yeah. You guys have been in there for about 8 or 9 hours so far.
Oh.
You
shit.
basically got in, faffed about for a bit, and then slept.
Are we planning to stay for the full 24 hours? Is that, I guess that's a discussion to be having. What now?
No reason really not to.
That's fair. We are waiting.
Oh, Hadrick's all sick now. Hadrick, no.
What did you give him?
Well, obviously, if my character likes another character, they have to die. So I can't imagine what happens when they.
I've been there.
Got the consumption.
I've done that already.
Been there, done that. Got the cool pin for it.
Yeah, Hadrick's not feeling particularly like majorly social unless the group ends up getting together.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are getting some food. Do you get servants to bring you food, or do you go down to the kitchen?
I suppose you would go down to the kitchen.
Yeah. All right. So after a short while, Goldie strides in, sits down at the table wordlessly, and just grabs a bottle of wine, and bites the cork out with his teeth.
Oh, breakfast wine.
Good morning?
Technically, yes.
Starting the day off right, I suppose. Just eyeing the wine.
Ain't no right or wrong in a land like this. But cheers. He slams some back.
Cheers.
I think I've already had enough wine.
Yeah, you went hard.
Yep.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
I think that's the first time I've seen someone drink themselves under the table like that.
I haven't seen someone drink that bad since where was it? It's that one big ass pub in Waterdeep. It's killing me. Tip of my tongue. Tip of my tongue. Nope, not there. Nope, don't got it.
Hmm. So you've been around pretty much everywhere, huh?
I think so.
And if you had your book, could you get out of here?
I can't remember. I think so. I know it was a good ass book. Like, I know people would definitely stab me for it.
I see.
Pretty sure I tried to plane shift out, and I don't think that worked too well for me.
No, I don't
But-
think that would work in a land like this.
But hey, if I'm gonna bite it, then that would also help me inflict some trouble on Daddy-O up there before, I bite it.
That's an interesting name.
Yeah, I picked it up in somewhere else.
So I've been thinking about gods, and I have a couple questions you might be able to answer.
I'm acquainted with a few. Okay.
This place is pretty bleak, dark, and unholy. I don't think any of us need to have a talk about that.
Uh-huh.
And I very much thought it was a godless place. Then Monty showed up.
Yes.
I've been thinking about that for a while. Can his god actually reach him?
I haven't, in my experience, heard anyone say that that's the... Although I've also met people here who believe that there are local gods of varying degrees of power, all of which I think were a bunch of hullabaloo. If you asked him about it?
Well, he hasn't said that anything's weird about his powers up until now, so I assumed that he thought everything was okay.
He's the pretty boy one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just talking to him a bit ago. Yeah, I don't get my powers from God, so I couldn't tell you. Strictly, I don't get that connection feel. Felminster were here, he could tell you. I think he's like the chosen of Mistress, so he'd know if he couldn't feel her in a heartbeat. But I couldn't do anything like that. I ain't got such an intimate relationship with gods. They're usually more trouble than they're worth, in my opinion.
My main concern is that if gods can reach this place, which they should be able to...
Why don't they do anything?
Yeah, effectively.
Yep, I thought about that too.
This place is more than just a regular lich or somebody raising zombies. This place is a major problem. You would think the gods would want to snuff this place out, even make a personal appearance. But no, not from what we've seen. But then if that's not the case, where's Monty getting his powers from?
Oh, goodness.
Valid question.
Really troubling to think about, especially with what's been happening recently.
You are blessed with manners to match
If
your
he does try to reach out to someone with divine intentions, and it's not his... That seems a bit troublesome, no?
Well,
It's tricky. If they give him his powers, they give him his powers. The things he asks for, if they grant it, they still become what he wants them to be. Whether or not they get muted after the fact is a whole different story. But I mean, look at the Kooky Abbot up on the hill over near Kresk.
yeah.
That dude seems to got some stuff going on, and yeah, that place ain't holy. I'm sure you know.
I don't know much about the difference between arcane and divine magic, but from what I've seen, magic is basically measured by whatever the result of it is. So as long as the results of whatever Monty was trying to do matched what he thought he should be doing, I imagine he would think that his god was supporting him.
The best way I could describe it is, each spell is like an essay. I write it, and then I just use it in the moment, while someone like a divine caster, they manipulate the weave through asking for a boon from whichever god they worship, and the god does it for them. They simply ask for it.
Huh.
But the end result is ultimately the only thing that we can observe. If Monty
Nearly
asks and
identical,
if something provides him with something that matches the result, he'd have no way of knowing either way.
They would have a feeling of connection to their god. Usually, that's at least the stuff I got. I've met a few clerics and paladins in my time. So they'd have a kind of a looming idea that it's probably not where they expect it to be coming from.
Do you think Monty has any way of actually communing with his god?
I've heard people do it before, but they're not apt to answer in the best of circumstances. So, in a place like this where there might not even be any gods, it's a long shot, but I think just about everything is.
Guess my main concern and why I've been thinking about this... Sorry, I think I got a cold today. I guess my main concern and why I've been thinking about this is, the dark powers. That is, the magic that brought me back to life. It seems like something that could very much emulate the power of a god if it wanted to.
I believe it. Is that stuff up in those mountains you guys went into?
Yeah.
I couldn't really see up there, so I wasn't apt to follow. Besides, it's fucking cold over there. I mean, it's cold normally, but like it's real cold over there. I ain't a fan of snow if I can avoid it.
When we went up there, due to a blunder of mine, I got killed, and using one of the dark powers there, I was brought back. Which is how Devon, the drow with us, got the way she is.
Yeah, she's got it pretty bad.
If the dark powers are capable of something like resurrection, then to me, it seems like they're no different than divine magic. Except, the use of that kind of magic had a terrible cost, so I wonder if extended use of magic like that, for even a regular divine spellcaster, would eventually come with its own cost. I guess I'm concerned that Monty might be using the dark powers even though he doesn't know it.
Valid concern, and something to definitely keep an eye on. You don't want to have to axe your friend without the proper preparations.
Yeah. Alright, bread and meat. Let's go.
Alright, yeah, actually, I could go for stew. Yeah, do it. It's not bad today. Not bad.
Pretty good bread and meat.
It's okay, I suppose.
I've never had to make anything this simple before. It's good. Reminds me of back in somewhere. I don't remember. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm on mute for a second because I'm gonna change microphones. Be right back.
Alright. Ashley and Davin,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Freaking, I don't know. Were we able to sleep after we like snuggled?
You definitely not. Ashley, did you even try?
Did I do any sort of sleeping beforehand, like avoiding exhaustion?
You slept. It just wasn't good sleep.
Okay, so I still did have like the long rest though.
Yeah, you did take a long rest.
So yeah, no, I'm just as long as Devin is awake and as long as Kilala is basically right there, she's just gonna basically just be laying there, and every now and then noticing that Devin's awake, she'll just be like blah 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 chatter.
Blah 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 response to chatter.
It's basically just like I'm just imagining that the biggest thing on Ashley's mind is to try to do her best to get Devin to not be as scared as she is, because she seemed really freaking frightened of herself and what she could do. So Ashley's just basically just like wanting to keep up conversation and show comfort, basically just like, you know, if I hadn't already slept a little bit, I would be asleep by now. Anyway, but eventually, like after we were laying there for things and just kind of like getting the little chatters out, noticing that she's not going to sleep. So
Yeah?
thank you.
For what?
Back with Madame Ava. I like how you did what I wanted. You didn't worry about, I mean, I'm sure you did, but I've had people stop me before from doing what I want and worrying too much about me, and you didn't. So, I mean, you did, but you didn't stop. You know what I mean.
I mean, still not sure if we made the right call there, but
It definitely probably complicated some things that we couldn't have had any control over. But at the same time, I wanted you to know that I didn't regret what happened. I hope that everybody else is all right.
Me too.
Timing being what it was, we weren't in the best position to really do much, but I think that at least Hadrick understands, and I'm sure you do as well, that none of us were ready for what happened yesterday. I was hurt. You were staying with me. The others were asleep. We were getting actively put away from helping or noticing. And yet we still did what we did.
She's just like nodding at you. Kind of sad about it.
I hope that Dreyer's alright. Because I think it was a good thing.
How?
I'm not afraid to go to the castle. Not anymore. I want to help Irina.
Me too.
I want to find Dreyer.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Well, I mean, I'm mad.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm
But
mad.
how are we going to be mad at him if we can't find him? He has to know that we're mad at him.
Why does he have to know that we're mad at him?
Because I want him to know that we're mad at him.
Okay.
Ashley, the petty bitch we need.
So I'm really worried. I want Dreyer to be okay. But I'm also so confused of what we're gonna do if he is. Like, Ashley, Strahd was around Xanthric for like 30 seconds, and he got inside his head, and Xanthric almost killed Kilala. Dreyer's been, like, Dreyer went voluntarily.
Yeah. It's concerning. But we all know that Xanthric was a special case. Xanthric is... She actually, like, is kind of looking away at this point. This is the first time she's really talked about Xanthric since everything happened.
No.
Xanthric... I've never really felt this, but I'm really sad that he's gone. I'm really mad as well. I don't usually care when people around me go. If somebody... I'm gonna sound like such a horrible person, but... You know that kid? The one from the town that Strahd killed?
Yeah?
I've never been mad about that. I've been scared.
Why?
Been scared that it would have happened to me or to you guys. And then whenever we lost Xanthric, it was different. I was sad, and then when I saw him get up, I was angry. I was also, at that time, a little jealous.
Jealous.
It's not important now, but before I died, I thought that they were the lucky ones. That it was over. That they didn't have to try as hard anymore. Dying changed that. I realized that it's not that you don't have to try anymore. It's that you can't try anymore. And you're stuck with whatever happens.
She's gonna hug Ashley.
I miss Xanthric. And I'm really sorry that everything happened the way it did. And I really wish I could have stopped him.
Me too. I was surprisingly sad when he died too.
But
And
whenever I
also
think
mad.
about
Like,
what I
same as
saw,
you.
and whenever I think about why it happened, especially now that we've shown that we can do something, all I see is Strahd. Now that I know that we can do something against some of his best men, I'm not afraid anymore.
Ah, see, you get it.
She said earlier, she's like, I'm pretty sure Hadric gets this, but...
Yeah,
100%.
I'm not afraid to go to that castle anymore. And I'm not sure how much time we have left to wait. I want to help Irina, and I want to help Dreyer.
Ashley, you have a way of talking me into doing the most stupid stuff.
God, they're
Smiles
cute.
upwards. The Vistani think that nothing has to change. And everybody else in this place has given up everything. When Monty came and told me about that dragon of his, I started thinking about after Strahd. Because there is an after Strahd, Devin. And we're gonna get past it. As many of us as possible. She'll sit up.
She's looking at her.
I'm feeling super motivated.
Clearly.
She like has the eager face, like.
I can't believe we're gonna go and kick Strahd's ass without Dreyer.
Yo, right?
We go to fucking Strahd's castle and Greyer's outside of it.
Oh.
Guarding the castle, kill him!
Where's Dreyer? We want to know.
Jesus Christ.
You tell us.
Oh.
He's not with you. No.
What kind of double-crossing person is he? First he double-crossed us, then he double-crossed you. We team up with Strahd against Dreyer.
Yeah, because he's the real
Brian
threat
was
here.
the true
Right,
evil.
the true big bad evil guy.
We always thought Logan was gonna play Strahd, but nay, it was Dreyer.
All
Dreyer's
along.
gonna play Strahd.
You want to go get something to eat? I want to talk with the others as soon as we can.
Yeah. I think that we should definitely talk with the others, but as far as your plan goes, I'm in.
How's Casimir doing?
You alright? Is he here?
Casimir's
Where is
not in my room with me.
it? Okay, good. I'm making
She's
sure.
my friend, but
First
come on,
fan
guys.
favorite Casimir.
He sat in the lobby.
I'm happy that he's all right just being left alone for long periods of time.
It's true. Thank
Listen,
God.
he probably was like, man, they woke me up from my sleep.
Because God knows we forget about him constantly.
Yeah, let's.
Y'all
Go find
forget
the
about me till you need to fly.
Oh yeah.
You
I
right.
have never once used you for that, Casimir.
Oh, Casimir, make us fly. Oh, Casimir, why weren't you? Oh, Casimir, why can you sleep through literal explosions?
Oh, Casimir, Dreyer got stolen and you didn't do anything to help because you were asleep.
What the fuck?
Casimir, goddamn dead weight.
Ashley will get up. She'll look around at the mess that she had made before Devin had came last night, and then she'll be like, fuck it, today's a pants day, and just walks out.
Oh damn.
Goodbye, Battle Skirt. I'll see you later.
Oh.
It's an end of an era.
Follows Ashley.
We're closer to the end of the longest night in this campaign.
You're
Oh,
Yeah.
Technically, the night's over.
Sure.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, take that. I want to go to the kitchen and wait for people, because obviously we'd be the first people up.
You right?
Oh, hey, Monty, let's go to the kitchen. I'm kidding.
Just like bump into him in the hallway. Ah!
sure.
Oh no, Monty!
You alright?
Monty, you're going to have to come to the kitchen because I am motivated today.
Has Monty
Real
considered
motivated.
that Brad Bredderson loves him?
Needs to consider that.
Monty's wandering around. You're up on the second floor when the door flies open, and Butler hops out, looking motivated.
Just has like that motivated sheen, you know? You were just
Okay.
told that there's no hope left in the world? Fucking look at this place and say there's no hope.
All right, I've got an idea.
Okay, ready.
All right, hear me out. This is how we're gonna beat Strahd.
Okay, I'm ready.
Let's do nothing for 5 days. Let's not talk to each other. Let's not go outside. Let's dig a hole in the ground and stay there for 5 days.
Oh, Hadrick, you always know what to say.
All right,
So
we gotta go
weird.
downstairs and stop Hadrick before he decides to dig a hole somewhere and go live in it. Come on.
Patrick, you okay?
You seem different somehow.
I just feel like the rest of the time till my armor shows up will take a lot more time, or at least it'll feel like it if we fill every hour with constant conversations.
Hey. So we come out and Monty's in the hall?
Cool.
Yeah.
Looks to Monty, sees how unhopeful he is, uses the hope beam at his face. I'm kidding.
It burns.
Get in, loser. We're getting Strahd.
Oh, damn.
But there's no hope.
No,
There's no
Monty!
Hey, Monty.
Sent hope. Yeah.
Monty, can you commune with your god?
Are you
Let us
there?
get down to the thing first.
Like,
Is he in
are
the
we
kitchen? I
having-
thought he was in the kitchen. I thought he went to the kitchen.
No,
Yeah,
he
We're all
was-
dead, Logan.
We're gonna
God.
grab him and take him to the kitchen. It's
Oh,
fine.
all right, get him there.
We're on our way.
Okay. Okay.
Ashley
We're in
needs
the
to
ki- we're in
motivate
the
him a
kitchen.
little bit first.
Okay.
Monty!
Yes.
Come to the kitchen!
Right away.
I have a depressing question to ask you.
Comes out. It's like, oh, good morning, Monty.
Oh, good morning.
You okay?
This is fine. I didn't really get much sleep.
Same.
Devin told me about Flynn.
Yes, I'm not really sure what to do.
Well, you're in luck.
Cock's head.
Because I know
Why?
exactly what we're going to do today.
Oh, God.
Kick Strahd's ass!
And,
5 days, yeah!
what is, that exactly?
Today is planning day, Monty.
Planning for...
Battle?
Oh! Right, that is, we should get on that. Yes, because that is totally a thing I think we can do. Yes,
What?
It doesn't matter if you don't think we can do it, Monty. I think we can do it.
My opinion is worth more than
That's all
yours,
that
Monty.
Ashley, I commend your enthusiasm, but the
Monty,
last time I came face to face with Strahd, I froze. I know you all are much stronger than me. But
just stands waiting, just stands quietly watching him.
Can't wait to punt Monty into the solar system. Believe in yourself, you bitch.
Damn.
Monty, before you showed up, we weren't together. And I'm just not meaning us and you, the group. We weren't on the same page.
He's right. You're right.
There were problems.
I'm so drunk.
And when you showed up and you had all this strength about you and you literally radiated sunlight,
guess I did do that, yeah.
It's a thing to behold.
we needed that then. And now, with you and what just happened, you need that from us. I froze whenever Strahd was in front of me too. He killed a kid in front of me. And I let it happen. I didn't do anything. Even though Devin and Xanthric and Kilala were fighting around me, I stood still. And then I was mad about it, and then I tried to act out, and then Hadrick stopped me from basically killing myself.
Hand on shoulder.
I was going to try to stop him myself, and then he had Dreyer carry me away, and I was upset.
I can imagine.
But he gave me a kick in the pants, Monty, and you're getting a kick in the pants too. Now come on!
Gestures to pants.
Do it. Pass the handbook.
She's gonna get behind Monty and start pushing him. Noting that she can't push him because he is thick Monty, she's gonna kick him in the pants. Strict
Okay,
checks.
Thick Monty.
Helps push.
Is that what you said?
Yes. I'm gonna kick Thick Monty.
Boy.
He's a thickums.
Devin and Ashley are both like nudging him from behind to move.
Yeah.
Oh,
Monty.
Planning day, Monty.
okay. I will do my best. And you're right. The last few times I came up against Strahd, we were not a united front. And you have gone face to face with him before. And you've survived longer than anyone I currently know.
The only one who's
And if
the
you
only one who
believe in
survived
me-
long enough is this wizard, and he's been hiding. So screw him.
And if you honestly believe in me, then I think that's worth a whole heck of a lot. I will do my best to not be a coward.
We are team motivation.
We're doing it.
What did you want to ask me, Hadrick?
We're going to eat and wait for Hadrick and Jolene and everyone to get there. They're already here.
You guys are just this fucking bundle of radiating fucking motivation. You come into the room, Hadrick is mid-eating half of a piece of potato. He's like, can you talk to your god?
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, fucking Jolene sees Devin and just...
All the
Awesome.
motivation went away.
When was the last time you and your god talked?
Probably the moment before I walked into this place.
So you guys have a thing going on, and I really hate to ruin that. But I have this active theory that you might be channeling the dark powers with your magic.
Oh, good.
Good morning.
Puts his thumb up, but we can do this, guys. Let's go.
Just like,
here.
as this is happening, Ashley's just staring forward, just like emptiness in the eyes. She turns away, puts hand on like the door frame, just like, you can save this.
We can do
Don't
it.
lose the happy. Don't lose the motivation.
I
Turns around, smiling.
Oh yeah,
To be-
Jolene... Oh boy.
to be specific, I haven't specifically felt Palor since I got here, but my magic still worked exactly the same way, so I always just figured that it was just the feeling of Palor that was missing, that he was still getting through despite the evil
That-
of the place.
That very well might be the
It
case.
feels different.
And I hope that it is the case.
Yes. Agreed.
My theory, if you care to hear it, I've been thinking ever since the Dark Powers brought me back that the Dark Powers abilities and divine magic don't seem all that different to me, and that if the result of whatever you're trying to cast is the same, you'd have no way of telling if it came from them or your god.
I had, not thought about that possibility. Maybe I
But
just
you're
didn't want
also a
to.
wonderful paladin, so I mean, it could be fine.
I mainly was
Sits
just
down at table.
thinking about it because I got to thinking that if gods really cared about this place, or a devout paladin like yourself that got lost here, you think they would do something about it. I'm not trying to be a downer. The fact of the matter is you can still use your abilities, which is good. I'm just worried about an eventual cost if we don't get out.
Yeah.
But we will.
I'm not sure if I ever really explained it fully, but Palor is the reason I'm here. He gave me a vision that I needed to come and rescue all of you. So I can't imagine that Palor didn't know, like if he was going to be cut off from me, I can't imagine he didn't know that.
Well,
Perhaps it's a test of sorts.
well, gods aren't all-knowing. Certainly. If they were, they wouldn't be bickering with each other all the time.
Can your servants make cinnamon rolls?
Yeah, absolutely they can.
Cinnamon rolls, please.
I mean, ultimately, it's a non-issue, because you still have access to your abilities.
But what if you're right, and this is just some game the dark powers are playing. Like, every time I use a divine magic, they go closer to consuming my immortal soul, or taking
Then we
over my
lose.
body, or killing everyone, or any number
Then
of
we
terrible
lose, Monty.
things.
If it's a game, then we win. That's
If
simple.
we are at a point where your magic is actively going to go against us, then there's nothing we can gain from worrying about it.
Perhaps maybe avoiding unless it's completely necessary anything that'll affect a person, like revivic. I know you can't revive people yet, but anything that might, like what you did to Devon.
Right. Oh, that's
Not
probably
like-
playing directly into their hand.
No,
I'm a
I didn't.
fool. Oh, damn fool!
Not, you know. I'm sorry. Jesus. I
We are
didn't mean
rapidly
it like
losing
that.
motivation.
A large plate of gooey cinnamon rolls.
And there's the motivation
Monty's
again.
fucking on his knees in the kitchen, hands up in the air.
Defeat Strahd
What
not
an
for yourselves.
impossible fool I've been!
Did everyone
Everyone.
get a good rest? Huh?
No!
Everyone!
I don't know. Did you get a good rest, Jolene?
Oh, shit.
As it happens, I did. Thank you very much.
Jolene, you're kind of flustered and weird, and Monty, stop screaming on the floor.
He's just in the fetal position in the corner of the room.
I did it. I broke a man.
Jesus.
I'm a pawn in the Great Diva's game of chess.
Hey,
Damn.
goes over to Monty, puts hand on shoulder. I feel like if you were using the dark powers, you would have felt something by now. You would have felt like an urge that's not like yourself. You know?
Have you felt any urges that are not like yourself, Hadrick? I'm just
yes.
asking because you
As a
also.
matter of fact, basically everything we've done since we got here. I suppose it quickly flew in the face of what you know of me, but I've never really been the adventuring sort. I was very content to stand in one place and tell people to move along for my entire life. So it's hard for me to really discern any character differences here, since virtually everything we've had to do is outside what I thought I was capable of.
Those are good changes, though.
Yeah, I suppose I meant something of a more malicious nature since, you know, you were brought back. Since you
Me? No, I haven't felt anything. I did have that dream last night, and now I have that scar, but...
Oh, yes, that one.
You got a scar after having a dream?
I had a dream where I had to relive a version of the encounter I had with my ex-captain. The one whose name I took, and sword I took. It was different this time, though. I lost. And a wound that I was dealt in the dream appeared as a scar on my body. But, I just assume that's a long-lasting effect of this place on me. But it is possible that that happened because the dark powers interacted with me.
Did anyone else have a nightmare last night?
No.
No nightmares. I
No,
found
me-
it hard to sleep though because this thing kind of points over her shoulder while eating a cinnamon bun. Just kind of like points at her shoulder area where the snake tattoo would be.
I slept normally.
Good job, Jolene. I'm kidding.
Oh, did you?
Well,
Until she was woken up, yeah, she slept normal.
yes, I did. Before you woke up from your nightmare.
Ah. Eats
guys are weird.
potato piece.
Can I please have a cinnamon roll?
The amount,
Yeah, just grab one.
the amount that
Here you
I
go.
want
Thank
to
you.
tease you, but that Hadrick would be like, no, she's a princess. That's not a problem.
I can't tease. She baby. I'm kidding.
Jesus Christ. I also had a nightmare last night. In more than one sense of the word, actually.
Oh?
I dreamt that I was riding Flynn, and he started flying and started looking like a nightmare. And then he flew into a dark void where there were many voices talking at once, and I couldn't make out any one voice specifically. It felt like I was in there for days. And then I woke up.
I don't like nightmares.
They're not great.
Ashley's gotten nightmares. Hadrick's gotten nightmares. Monty's gotten nightmares. Devin.
Mine aren't any different than how they usually are, though. Don't worry about that.
Oh, okay.
I have mine from before I came in Barovia.
Right. Okay.
Nothing new here.
But,
Wonder why I
Devin,
asked.
have you had a nightmare yet?
I mean, no, but I don't really sleep. I more meditate. So,
Right,
know.
right. You're an elf of sorts. That's right.
A sort of elf. Some sort of elf.
You can
thing.
still dream while you
Sort of,
meditate.
yeah.
While you're trance, you can still dream. It's just
You're one of
different.
them.
Yeah, I
Dirty
know. I
drow.
just haven't though. I haven't had any nightmares. Haven't even really had any dreams. Have I?
I haven't
Interesting.
had a dream since I got here. Either.
Luckily, I've had all of you guys around me, so I haven't really had too many nightmares since being here.
No.
Oh, that's
I am
good,
glad
at
that that's
least.
the case.
Me too.
So, can we talk about last night?
What about last
What
night?
about last night?
Before we came in here?
What's in particular?
Oh, I love that.
Before
Yeah,
we,
what a-
before we all came in here? And, what happened?
I'm not sure what you're referring to. Oh, there's the timer. Looks like it's break time.
And with that, we'll take our break.
I'm just imagining at that point, like, the room goes kind of gray. Ashley looks to the camera, does the thing where she, like, grabs the collar of a shirt and just goes, ugh. Anyway, welcome to the Dear Ashley show.
Oof. Hell yeah.
Blue, you cut out for me. What did you ask?
I asked if we should talk about what happened last night.
Okay, I wanted to see if there were more words added to that. Oh boy.
And then it's just like, what do you mean? Before we got here? What do you mean? The thing that happened? Hey, look, the timer.
Dreyer.
Oh, jeez, it's that time where we don't do anything for 5 days. Too bad.
Oh, jeez, look at my wrist. I gotta go.
Also, Izzy. Is he here? Did he already yeet out? Hello?
Hath he yeeted?
Ah,
He
damn it!
has
I was gonna
not.
yell at him because
Dear Ashley, they
My
fucking,
feelings.
I don't know, maybe. I know.
They're so
do you know?
I don't know. Okay, the Ashley that is in the game doesn't know, but the Ashley in the Dear Ashley show knows.
Okay, I'm willing. I fuck with that.
Metastopheles told me, you see.
Ah,
Dear Ashley, how many charges do you have left after throwing out all that inspiration? Earlier? Not a bit. Fucking mine isn't inspiration, it's motivation. Throwing out all that motivation.
Motespiration.
What die is that?
Dear Ashley, what are your nightmares about? Incoherent voices and screaming. Usually.
Every now and then you hear a slight whisper telling you to kill everyone you've ever loved.
Which used to
you
be
know,
fine,
as you do.
Which used to be fine because I didn't really love anybody, but now it's like I keep seeing your faces.
Oh
And
no.
the
You guys
getting
seem
louder.
You guys see my picture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
You
That's-
put it in general, Strahd.
I legit have been like that for like fucking
Oh yeah, the fucking your
20
nose.
minutes.
Oh.
I can breathe.
My
I can fight.
My nose is filled with so much Vapo fucking rub stuff.
I'm
Oh,
so
God.
sorry, but the moment I saw that, all I could think of is when guys put a tampon in their nose and they have a nosebleed.
What?
Have you?
When have you seen this?
Who does that?
Is this just a my state thing? Or
I don't know. Is it,
Can we really call your place of being a state at this point? Like a state of being, maybe, but like.
Hey now.
it's not being a state, it's a state of being.
I've never once wanted to put anything like that up my nose.
Nope. I put tissue up my nose when I have
Yeah,
a
tissue.
nosebleed,
Sometimes if I'm desperate, like if toilet paper or something.
I'd
So,
like to tell you that
for
the
most of
voices
my
in head
life, I
stopped
just straight
one
up
day,
haven't had
they
access to
never did.
tampons that readily. And what I've had is just not a habit that I developed.
I've had 2 older sisters, so I've had access to it. I've just not done it.
I mean,
'Cause that
I'm sure they
seems
were
really
around. I just never really knew where to look for them, or wanted to, or thought about it.
At middle school, we would like throw them at boys to hear them shriek in terror.
Oh my god, I would have shrieked.
I don't think I would have shrieked, but it's like I would have been like, "Hey, stop throwing shit at me."
Oh, it was incredible because they didn't know what they were.
Like in school?
Well, I mean,
I knew what they were.
Yeah.
My school would have fucking, like, sent you home for that.
what?
My school, I guess my school was stricter than yours was. Like, you could, like, the school that I went to, like the ones back in Summerside and
I used to
whatnot.
get in trouble for throwing paper airplanes.
Yeah,
I
like,
love
you could
things like that.
you could do goddamn anything and get, like, suspended.
Wads of paper.
Okay, so, I guess I was pretty intense when I was in high school. One time I offhandedly, to somebody who was a kind of friend of mine, made just the general joke, like they did something to me, I don't remember what it was, like they like threw a piece of paper at me or something. I was like, heckin', you're on my list. It's just like I'm gonna get
Oh,
you.
no.
I ended up in the fucking principal's office, and I'd be like, so we've heard you have a list.
Oh.
And some students are concerned that you might be planning to hurt them, and I was like, what the fuck? I said it to
No.
one person.
No, man, we had threats at my school. I got a death threat in 4th grade.
I had like back whenever I was in school, like there was fights breaking out. There was paper airplanes, paper wads, spitballs, stuff like that. If you did anything like that, you were in trouble. Like I've never heard anybody throwing tampons at people, but like if you would have threw anything at somebody, I saw somebody like get in trouble for throwing a snack packet at somebody, like one of those like little gummy packets.
I know a guy in my school that got suspended for just having a condom. Just
When?
on his person.
Like what? What age group is this?
Like high
Fred's
school.
just like, I don't remember this.
Whenever I was
When
in
did
sev-
this
whenever I was in
happen?
whenever I was in 7th grade, a good chunk of like my like class, my like 7th, 8th grade class, had gotten held like basically suspended for the rest of the year, because they had like marijuana and stuff on them.
Can you do that? I recall like
Yeah.
my school board had a rule about like suspensions can't be more than a week. At that point, they have to
It
be
was
expulsions.
they were basically like told that they couldn't come back to this school. They could have went to a different school district.
Oh,
They literally got removed from the school district.
I had.
However,
I had a bottle of spice at one point, because we all know that I love spicy food, and a principal
true.
saw me with it, and they confiscated it, and they were like, "We think this is drugs," and they never gave it
What?
back.
God.
like it was literally like these students, it was like almost again like it was a good chunk of our class. We didn't have a lot of people in our class. It was a good chunk of our of like my 7th grade class, and by class I mean like the collective of all the students in that 7th grade, were shown to have went to like a like high schooly adult age like area, like party area, and like they were later on they were found with marijuana and all kinds of stuff like that. They brought it to school at one point, and literally like because of like this, they were basically told, you're gone for the rest of the year. You can go to another school if your parents want you to go to another school, but for the rest of this year you are gone. And they came back the next year, and they were like a year behind us for like the rest of my high school, like the rest of my like school career.
Jeez. We had
they got big in trouble.
There was I think I was in grade 12 at the time. We had a whole bunch of what were the groups? Basically, there was like the grunge rockers who like to bring in like fucking guitars and shit and play them in the hallway at school, and there was like the potheads, and they both sort of were in adjacent areas, like they all hung out in certain parts of the school. One time, a couple of, I think it was the potheads, decided to move in to where the others normally were and refused to move, and things escalated to the point where gun threats started getting thrown around. And school was fucking canceled for 2 days.
That sounds like my high school. The amount of bomb threats we had at my high school and shooting up threats was ridiculous. And I was the one who called my freshman year. I said, if anyone makes a shooting up the school threat, it's definitely that kid, because we had problems. And sure enough, fucking even wrote about me on the message. Oh boy, that was a moment. My high school was fucking nuts. People would run around on the tables.
This is so interesting to me, because like this definitely shows like the amount of time that like between you guys and me being in school. Because like you say that like, you know, like gun threats or like any of these threats like made like school stop happening. There was one time that one of the kind of really crazy people in my school who I had actually gotten into a fight with him in like 9th grade. And like it was very weird, but had basically said that he had put a bomb on school premises. Had basically said flat out a bomb, like he had called in, there was a bomb there. And they didn't cancel school.
Jesus.
They had us all stand outside while they searched the school, found nothing, and told us to get back inside.
Yeah, we did have a bomb threat. We had a bomb threat once. Where
luckily, luckily for me, I was in the ROTC building by the time we heard an explosion. But it wasn't like a big explosion. It was like one of those bottle bombs. Like it was like it filled up with gas and exploded, made a big noise or something. It's like that's what he meant. He couldn't come back to school.
I imagine.
But they didn't cancel school. They're like, we can't find anything. We sent the dogs through. We sent this through. Nothing's there. Get back to class. And I'm like, I am so glad I'm in ROTC.
Yeah, we had a bomb threat once, and they just evacuated the school for like a couple hours while they searched for it. But weirdly, they canceled school for 2 days for the gun threat thing, but not for the bomb threat thing.
I mean, every time my school had a fire alarm or fire drill, it was to announce something at our school because our like supervisor or whatever fucking sucked. So he would make a stand in like 90-degree weather to be like, hey kids, there's a film company coming here and we're filming right now to show how excited you all are.
That's
we're
kind
like,
of what happened.
I'm dehydrated.
That's totally what happened with us, Brett. I'm wondering if that's like almost like a southern thing though, because like there was always drills and they would always tell us to go outside, and like especially near like the later parts of my school years, like upper middle school, like high school age, like they just started doing that. And then when you're outside, it's like, hey kids,
yes,
well, you know, and like at some points they had like the did you ever have the times where like they did like the fake accidents?
What?
Because like there was one time they did like a fake car accident. And like had like one of the students like being carried away by like a fucking like a guy who had to, yeah, they were like educate, we knew they were fake. It was basically like well known they were fake. The person would be called away, like who was gonna participate in it for like a couple of hours before then and stuff like that. And like I actually participated in one of them where I did like a fire drill, but this wasn't for school, this is for the actual fire department. Anyway,
yeah,
but, like,
I did those.
They were there was this one time where they got everybody out, and like when we got out there was a wrecked car out there, and we're like, oh, it's fucking this. And they're like everybody stay back, they'll be okay, and we're like, yeah, we know.
I remember one time I got screamed at by a teacher because they would always do these right before lunchtime. And so I was so done with my the principal or like the founder of our school. I just sat down and started having my lunch early. I was so over it. And like the thing is, it's like a big parking lot-esque area with no shade. So like we had kids faint during these announcements. We also had a girl who would pretend to faint, who would walk into the middle of like the lunch area and just lie down in the middle of the guys' basketball game, and they never knew how to handle it. A lot of crazy people at my school. What a time. Now I go to a private college, and it's just as weird. Oh, man.
So yeah, I've never put tampons up my nose.
No.
There you go. Yeah,
Going back around.
I'm telling you, that was a thing in high school. Also, way too many conversations about pads with boys. Like, I don't mind curiosity, but...
dude, really? Like, guys never asked about that shit at our school.
Well, I mean, you have to see the packaging for at least the ones I had, because I don't know about you, but the ones I have are like neon, multicolored, lepra. It looks like freaking Lisa
Rainbow
Frank
Strahd?
leopard print.
Does it look like Rainbow Strahd?
Shush! Silence you. Like, it was just bizarre, and like, so I'd like be getting up to, and they'd be like, "What's that multicolored thing?" I'd be like, "Don't worry about it. Doesn't really matter." I'd be like, "It's a pad," and they would be like, "Oh, ew," and then I would go off on my tirade of like, "Periods aren't disgusting. Get over yourself." But that's just an opinion I have.
It. That's fair.
Well, I also was like I'm super sensitive now, but like high school bred. I think some of you guys knew high school. No? Probably not.
No, yeah.
But I knew Anthony knew high school bred.
Damn.
I knew someone at
Kara Sorinen says, "No, Bread, your school was just weird," followed by several people pushing the up button toward it.
Well,
fucking dude, one of my I can't remember if it's like a fucking Stewie thing or it was a thing that was on the internet. It was just like a guy overhears a girl like opening a pad like in the bathroom, and it's like, "Oh man, they got snacks in there."
iconic. But yes,
That's
high
fucking
school bred
amazing.
was very much, you could just poke me and I'd crumble. Like, I was very defensive about everything.
I'm sure that there were guys similar to like that in my school, like 100%. Like guys are weird. I'm sure there was guys that like asked about it or said stuff about it. I grew up with two older sisters, and I went through a girls' health class. I did not ask anything like that or stick anything weird up my nose.
So which one? We've had this conversation before. We got like 2 girl talks. We got like the period talk and then the sex talk. And I was like, guys must only get the sex talk. So what did they get to do while we were getting the period talk?
I never got
I don't know. I didn't go through a guy's health class. I went through a girl's health class.
We had
I wasn't in the guy's health class.
They were co-ed. They were co-ed for me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know they were not co-ed for me.
It was like a class, and they just walked in and said, "Don't," and then showed us all the terrible diseases we could get.
I was in Alabama my freshman year.
That was it.
I was in Alabama my freshman year. I took a health class there that was not what my next thing thought a health class was. And then whenever I went over to back to Tennessee, they're like, "Hey, you need to take this sex ed class." It's like, "Oh, okay, cool." And they thought that I had already taken the other one, but that credit didn't transfer over, so they needed to give this to me. Otherwise, I couldn't like graduate or anything like that. So like, we're gonna put you in this health class, and we're gonna put you with the people who are just taking it, but there's not enough room for this one, so you're gonna go into the girls one. And again, they thought I already had the guys one, so I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool." And they put me there, and that's where I have my thing.
That's fair.
And I'm just like,
And they also
I just
showed
remember
us
every now and then
childbirth.
just sitting there like, eventually raising hand, like, "What does that mean for me?"
Yes,
Yeah.
So
they
That's
did.
too.
It was a whole thing. I
we might
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah, we need to get back to
in.
Strahd.
I think.
Yeah, we need to get back to Strahd. I can't.
I've been
yeah.
chilling for a
We don't
bit.
wanna
When do I
relive
tell
that.
everyone to shut up so we can kill each other?
That's
Do it more.
that's perhaps a bit
It's
strong,
true.
but yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean hyperbole.
But yeah. So has everybody done their break stuff?
It's too late. So no.
Apologize.
Hey.
What's up? I see you're a man of culture as well.
I'm gonna put this back to there. All right, I got us back on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
Ashley slowly turns her head back as color returns to the room.
We have
You were
guests.
saying, Ashley.
Oh, what was that?
What was that?
Oh, just a
I
new
said
follower.
you were saying, Ashley.
Oh, okay. I believe the last thing we were saying was, well, last night, what happened there? We should probably talk about that now, right?
The Dreyer thing?
The whole thing.
Yes, that's what we were referring. Yes.
Including the Dreyer thing.
Uh-huh.
Ashley looks to Hadrick as if, because he was the one
So
kind
much
of
bread
protesting
meat.
a little bit, kind of seeing if it's okay.
Yo, who gets that fucking nat 20? Bread and meat, and who gets that nat 1? Bread and meat.
I'm eating. You talk about these things I'm eating.
You're rolling per spoonful.
One spoonful just misses his mouth completely.
Hadrick.
Making attack rolls on his mouth.
Hadrick,
Yep.
this is important.
Yep.
What are we gonna do about Dreyer?
I already said my piece on what I wanted to do.
Okay? We're all here to talk about it, though.
I have forgotten.
I
have to.
I want to help Dreyer and Irina.
If Dreyer even needs help.
Yeah, I was kind of.
I think no matter what
Too.
his decision was, whether it was against us or for us, either way, I think he needs help.
If he's decided to side with them, I don't think there's anything we can help.
I don't
actually.
think that Greyer's absolutely betrayed us, certainly. He didn't act in our interests, it was very much in his and Griff's. My stance is that if we're going to trust Dreyer again, Griff has to go.
At the very least, yes.
Yeah.
Especially
fine with
because of how dangerous he is.
Timeline-wise, I would like to wait for my armor.
Yeah.
We have this place until the end of the day. We're gonna eventually have to go back and get our carriage from the camp.
Right.
At that point, we can return to Barovia. We could go somewhere else, but eventually, Hadrick, you want to make your way back to the camp. Where are we gonna go for 5 days?
Is there anything we can put effort towards in the 5 days that can be beneficial?
We found the Mad Mage. We've did just about everything that other people have asked us to do that we can have any thoughts to do right now.
All our objectives currently lead to Strahd's castle. We do need to get in there at least once and get that dragon skull and get it out. We should also try to find Irina.
Agreed.
That's why I wanted to bring something up. You're wanting to leave the castle again.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting us to go in and go out, but
it might take a couple of days.
I fully expect that if we go in there, we should assume it'll be the last time that we do. That said, my objective is still to fulfill our promise to that dragon.
Yes.
I'm fine with doing whatever everybody else seems to think is fine. But I think we need to figure out what we're going to do for the next 5 days then. Because we can't just stay here and we can't stay with the Vistani.
So, Aaron, I've been throwing around the number 5 days, but how much time is actually left?
1, 2, 3, 4. Not counting the day you just entered, 5 more days. Counting it's currently really early in the morning. Counting the day you just come to, 6 days.
Okay.
In the shortest term, if anyone has any things of arcane nature that they need identifying, I could take a look at them.
I don't think we do anymore.
Figured I'd offer.
There is one loose end that we haven't really thought about that might come back to bite us.
Oh?
That hag. She's still out there. And chances are she'll want revenge at some point.
Do we know how to get to her or where she
No.
would be at this point?
No idea. Just something to think about. If we wanted to make real good use of our time, I suppose the thing to do would probably be to get into the castle. Try to get the lay of it. Try to get that skull, and if we can, then see ourselves out. I doubt that Strahd's inviting us there to try to kill us, but the fact of the matter is that that dinner is our one chance to get really close to Strahd. So,
We can assume that even if we do leave, the next time we go in, he won't be so inviting.
we'll be invading that time.
Which is, I mean...
Do we want to trade? Do we want to trade off the dinner and the easy access for accomplishing a few objectives? I'd say that it's worth it. But it's not something that I'd lightly do.
I'm not afraid to go in that castle anymore.
Neither am I.
From what we did last night, without Dreyer really helping us, and without me and Devin being there from the beginning, and from what you guys said, without people being fully awake, we were able to drive off 2 of Strahd's strongest men.
Yeah. Taking down some of them while they're in there might be worthwhile as well.
I feel like the worst part is going to be leaving, but at that point, if we decide to go now, and again, this is only if we decide to go now, we could wait as well, but we could get the skull. We could try to see if we can't find something for motions over to the Mad Mage. See if we can find his books or whatever.
Isn't that Mad Dog still in there too?
I'd say the best thing for us to do is to go to those catacombs.
Yeah.
And if we can get out, then, depending on how long we stayed there, how long it's going to take us to take the skull over there, we could potentially come back to the Vistani. Again, that's only if we can go now.
It's a pity we don't have access to the same sort of transportation that Strahd clearly does. Otherwise, we could get the skull out of there and where it's going really fast.
I do have a spell by the title of Dimension Door, but I can only transport one other person.
I'm not referring to a jump like that. I'm saying that Strahd has the means to travel across all of Barovia in what seems like moments. If we found the skull, if we somehow had access to that, then we'd be able to get the skull over there, because that castle's a ways away.
For the next 6 days, we either need to find somewhere to protect ourselves until we can get the armor for you and Monty. Well, for you, and then you can give yours, you know.
Yeah.
Or we could go now, get that stuff out of there, come back for that from the Vistani, if they even have it, because I don't really trust them anymore.
No.
And we won't have to be on the defensive the entire time.
I am going to sell them up the river if they don't have my armor. That is the last thing I'm counting on them for. If they don't do it, I'm writing them off, and I'm never staying with them again in any case.
All I know is we know that they're not on our side and we can't stay with them.
Yeah.
So we would have to go to Barovia or somewhere, and nowhere's really safe.
I
Not
agree.
anymore.
Okay. Monty, Devin, what do you guys think?
When you take the time to
Alright,
address
awful.
Devin Hadrick, you notice that her eyes have changed color.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, forgot.
To what?
Red.
Oh.
she's been like that all night. I forgot
Well,
to
okay
mention.
then. You feeling okay? Is this?
Yeah, I feel fine. Why?
Is this related?
Oh! She's been like that.
What?
Does
Like
she
what?
know she's like that?
I don't know if I brought it up.
I think.
Do I have a mirror?
No, you gave it to me. Let me hand over my mirror.
Yeah.
Alright.
I was just like, I don't know if I brought it up.
Alright.
Devin?
Did it happen during the Monty ritual? If so, did Monty bring it up?
I think it was first mentioned when you and Ashley were in
Ye-
the bedroom.
Didn't seem to happen
so
during the ritual.
the player didn't know about it.
Okay. Devin,
Yeah?
She's gonna take out the mirror and turn it around to Devin while holding the handle.
Takes bite of cinnamon roll so that mouth is full and she doesn't have to immediately answer for why she didn't say anything.
Oh. Did this happen just now? Or, Monty, was this like during the ritual or what's?
Did we say it happened like right after?
No. Didn't.
No.
Nothing you saw during the ritual.
That's been like that
No.
since last night, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I didn't
just gonna
notice
keep
anything
getting-
right afterwards.
Weirder looking, I guess.
I mean, I thought that Kilala would have told you, so I thought that you knew, and then I thought that's why you said you were afraid, and I'm like, I'm not afraid of you, Devin, and
On the bright side, it brings out the white in your hair.
I think it's pretty.
Thanks, guys.
It's a very nice color.
Thanks.
Oh no, now Devin's motivation's gone.
You
We need to get it back!
Holds plate of cinnamon rolls toward Devin.
I'm good. Yeah. Thank you though.
Would you prefer a squirrel?
Oh my god!
What the fuck?
That's easy.
Okay.
Wait, what just happened? I missed something and
He
I'm
said, would you prefer a squirrel?
That shit.
Izzy, I trust you to be the nice one.
Aaron, do I think that Monty looks tasty at this moment in time?
Fucking Monty says that, and Adder's like, what the fuck? And everyone's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Strahd bursts in through a window. What are you doing, dude?
And then Devin's like, yeah, actually, a squirrel sounds nice.
Yeah, a squirrel would be pretty appetizing right now. Fucking
Didn't actually say.
okay.
Yeah.
Monty wouldn't.
You're right.
Izzy would.
Oh, that was fucking great.
Izzy, I trust you to be the nice one.
And that's why it's so surprising.
But you're also a fraud, so who's to say?
It's true.
You are godless.
Yep.
Regardless of
Right.
that, what do the two of you think?
I mean, I was on board with going to the castle before, and yeah.
And if you're all on board and you're not worried that there might be a bomb waiting to go off, then I'll put my faith in you.
Jolene?
Hmm?
We haven't.
I'm sorry, I had an ADHD moment. What?
We haven't really asked you what you think about going to the castle.
I think there are a few options left then to go straight into the lion's den, but I won't deny that I'm a bit concerned. But it's okay to be scared. So I'll follow you guys.
Casimir?
Casimir's not in the kitchen.
I know, Cassie! Where's Casimir?
He's in the lobby on the stairs asleep.
I know. I just wanted to bring it up because we always bring it up.
Just forget him. Yeah, he definitely just sat down when you guys got there and has.
I mean,
not
we already know
moved.
we already know his answer is the same answer he always gives us, which is I'll do whatever you guys say, but I really want to go to the castle. Which is like, okay, we know what he's gonna say.
Do you want to go to the castle, Casimir?
Looks to Hadrick.
Yeah. It might be the best use of our time.
I say we go and get our carriage. Make any last minute preparations we have and take him up on that dinner.
Yeah. We can aim to arrive tonight. Maybe we can
That's
find
soon?
Dreyer while we're in there. He said, dramatic irony at play.
But okay. Alright, well, if anyone else wants to get ready, I'm gonna go and start getting ready because, as one of my sisters would say, good-looking people strike fear into the hearts of even the strongest men.
Yeah, I get that.
Start trotting upstairs, shakily.
So do swords.
Luckily, I have both.
That's
I have good looks and a sword.
Hey.
Finger
I think
gun.
I gave mine to...
Finger crossbows.
So
I'm
do
pretty
swords
sure I
and big
gave mine
armor.
to Hadrick. Yeah.
You gave your good looks to Hadrick?
I'm... Listen, he's so darn plain, I had to shit... No, I'm kidding. We already know... Well, no, she gave her sword to him at one point, because she found a sword. And she was like, here, Hadrick. I think that's what became Silver Spring?
Hey Goldie, can you get us some of these to go? Points to the cinnamon rolls.
No,
Then I'll keep these.
no. I mean, like you literally can't. You can't take it outside. It'll disappear.
How come it goes away? How come it doesn't go away if it's in our stomachs?
I know it's weird, right?
What, do you
Well.
just get super hungry when you leave?
No, it feeds you. It's legitimate food. As soon as it's inside of you, seems to be. I don't know. Like
What if I carry them out in my mouth?
We'll just have to eat them all right now.
you could,
Are you up to the task?
I would watch this.
I love that Goldie answered Eric.
Yeah.
I am going to ask for another plate of these then.
Jesus Christ. How are we gonna fight Strahd if you're all sugared out?
That's what I want!
We need
I
to
wanted to
sweep
know how
this
sweet
away.
Ashley, you're gonna be all bloated!
I
Who's
want to know
gonna
how
give
sweet
you
I am.
pretty dresses? So that we
Short
all be
order.
pretty?
Another plate of Cinnabons. Come on out.
Fucking right.
I'm gonna get a tummy ache.
I didn't say I was gonna eat all of them. I'm guessing you guys are gonna maybe help, so we don't have to eat Strahd's food.
I mean, Jolene actually probably assumes that Strahd's gonna have some bomb-ass food.
I need
Questionable
shit.
meat sources.
But
I mean, I
that's
might eat.
also-
Actually, I might eat stuff in Strahd. I don't know.
That's also
We'll see.
Jolene sipping her dumb bitch juice,
We will definitely see if I eat
as
some of
she
Strahd's food.
oftentimes does.
If he has something good, then maybe I'm kidding.
So you guys are going to spend the next while preparing and getting ready to set out?
Yee.
I will gather all my shit that I threw across my room and put it back in my bag.
All right.
And
We'll
probably
assume you-
because I'm so motivated and I know I'm going to go see Strahd, I will go back into battle skirt mode.
We'll assume you guys spent a couple hours getting everything ready, getting into the proper dawn hours of morning, and getting ready. Dreyer,
Hi.
your sleep goes by. It's comfy-ish. You've slept against trees before. It's not great. These are craggy, slightly deadened trees. There's a lot of light being blocked. So when your eyes open, it's still really, really dark. But that's mostly the tree cover. As in your periphery, off in the distance, you can see bits of the early morning, early afternoon light kind of peeking through the edge of the tree line. Your passive perception's high enough. You are surrounded by. Actually, hang on.
What am I surrounded by?
Squirrels.
You see about 6 bats immediately.
They're just sitting there.
Yep. Some of them are asleep. A couple of them looking at you.
Hey man, we like trees. You like trees? Hell yeah. Make tree friends.
No, I'm not making tree friends with these fuckers.
Yeah, that would be batty.
I think he would immediately suspect something and whip out his dagger and try to stab one of them.
Let me check bat stats. Roll an attack. I'm pretty sure you hit.
Die, bats. You fucks.
Action.
Somewhere Devin's like, oh, that asshole.
You alright?
Yeah, beat a 12. Beat a 12. Yeah, you hit it.
Cool. Die.
Yeah, you in a flash, dagger flies out and you cut one in half. Brief, like half squeak, as it showers its small rain of bat blood into the woods below.
Do the others make any immediate moves?
Don't even budge.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we hated Jeff.
Okay, yeah. Fuck me in the butt.
Yeah. That's a very specific request.
He's
They
gonna
wouldn't fly.
He's gonna leave. He's gonna leave immediately.
Where are you going?
Fuck, where am I going? He's going to fly. Fuck.
Away.
Yeah, the away direction. Can I go that way?
The away? Yeah. I just
don't-
need to know which the away.
I don't.
Can I go away?
I guess.
You could fly omnidirectionally away. You could even fly down away. There's a ground there, so not far. But you could do it.
I could if I wanted.
I believe in you.
He's gonna fly.
Fly through the ground.
You know, actually, no. He's just gonna try to make a movement. He's not gonna fly. He's gonna try to just like. Can he do like tree hopping? Can he do like fucking Naruto ass tree hopping and try to get away from the bats?
The trees are super connected. Yeah, you can start trying to run from them.
Like a raven.
Roll me acrobatics.
If this fails, I probably will just fucking fly.
If it fails, something might happen depending on how much you fail by. No, yeah, you start running along the trees. Your running movement speed is 25. I'm assuming you're dashing and bonus action dashing.
Yeah.
There's points where you have to wrap around stuff and move, so you can't move your full movement speed. I'll say it's difficult terrain because that seems fair. You're moving along. The bats, as soon as you start running, they start flying alongside.
So they're keeping pace with me.
Yeah.
Shit.
Some fast ass bats.
Also, what direction are you running towards? The tree line or deeper into the woods?
I guess deeper into the woods.
Okay.
Bye, Dreyer.
I don't fucking know which direction to go.
It's true. Yeah. so
Either
you
way
start
could be
running
just
deeper.
as dangerous.
You're still blinded,
Okay.
so you know the bats are there. You can hear little like flapping of wings and skitters because of your ridiculous passive perception. But you are literally running blind through the tops of trees.
Okay.
Are you going to keep running?
No. At that point, he's going to fly because his dash speed, his full movement speed right now is like what, like 75 feet.
If you could full dash be 75, but you're on difficult terrain, so you'd have that.
Okay, so yeah, he's just gonna fucking fly straight up into the fucking clouds,
All right.
and then he's just gonna.
You burst through the top of the tree line. You sea of trees beneath you. A couple of bats come out. They try and maintain pace for a bit, but you moving at your absolute maximum to get away from them can make some space between you and them pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
Dreyer, think. What would Ashley do? You turn around. Shatter!
Yeah, I'll just do that. Because that's a thing I can do. He will make his way over towards, like, the village of Barovia, I guess. Like, the way he knows that direction is. While in the clouds.
Awesome. As soon as you break the tree line and you start flying that direction, it's bright enough. You see a black speck in the sky. Seems to be about 300 meters off.
In which direction?
Be to your north.
Is it moving or in any direction, or is it just floating there in one spot?
It seems to be mirroring your movement.
Nuts. Am I full rested at this point?
Yes. Actually, a lot long rest ever. Party. Where are you? Close you. Menu. Rest. Long rest.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
It is you.
Excuse me, I'm back.
We enjoy you.
Oh, thanks.
You're a good friend.
Good friend.
Now you're moving
Pat pat.
that direction.
So I saw it, like, so what's the situation exactly? I'm moving, like, diagonally upwards towards the village of Barovia, kind of, into the clouds, basically? Or...
If that's what you, what are you doing? Because whatever you're
sure,
doing,
I will do that, I guess.
All right, so you're moving, you're gaining altitude and moving east towards the village of Barovia, and about across the river-ish, you see a black winged figure, 300 meters or so. It's pretty hard to mistake who that could be.
Yeah. At that point, like, he's gonna try to. Is he like Am I like obscured in the clouds? Can I like, try to obscure myself, or is it too clear a day for that?
It is never too clear a day for that in Barovia.
Okay.
You have never had a direct ray of sunshine touch you for over a month now.
What happens if it's above the clouds, though? Yeah.
You gonna fly into the clouds?
I'm gonna do that I'm gonna be going towards that direction until I am obscured by the clouds, and then I'm going to fly the literal opposite direction.
As you touch the clouds,
Oh
you
no.
feel this bone-rending cold start coursing through you.
Oh, it's like the fog.
I'm gonna have to give you a level of exhaustion.
Oh, fuck me!
It's like the fog.
Good thing I have luck.
I think I did
To-
that right. Or it's all
To be
captured.
fair, and to curb expectations, your luck rolls would still have your disadvantage.
Yeah, but I mean, I could give myself an even roll. Oh, yeah, no, that would be right. Fuck.
Yeah, it doesn't give you advantage. It lets you.
I mean, at
redo the
least you
roll.
can still try to do what you want to do, though. Like,
Oh yes,
flying into
yeah.
the clouds and then
I'm
going
just
up
saying
the
it's
other
it's
I
not
make two
it's
rolls
not
with
as
disadvantage.
it's just not as straightforward as the give advantage to get rid of disadvantage situation.
Exhaustion is exhaustion : 1, right? All caps.
Exhaustion, all caps,
Generally
colon,
level.
space 1. Well, colon, space, then whatever the level of it is.
Yeah. All right. Perfect.
Although, to be fair, within the system, everything past the second one doesn't really flag anything, because
Because it doesn't change anything.
the system has no way of like telling you that you can't move a certain amount of speed. It refuses to automatically cut your health in half, stuff like that. So you'll have to make those changes yourself.
So basically, what Grier's doing is flying into the clouds and trying to make it to where that thing can't see him and go the opposite direction he was flying before.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you burst into the clouds the moment you touch them. That happens, and then you reverse direction and start flying west. Are you remaining in the clouds?
Is there like any like mist kind of below them that I could still obscure myself with, or am I going to be plainly
Not
visible?
particularly. It's this thick wall of cloud, and then there's mists everywhere. But it would no more obscure you than anything else.
I mean,
And you'd still
are
be
they dark
gray
clouds?
against, or you'd be black against a gray and white backdrop.
That's
Fuck.
true.
Should have just killed all those fuckers.
You could
What?
always just loop around and kill him, but
I mean, it doesn't
I mean-
matter now. He knows where I am.
Not sure if he can 1v1 Griff.
oh, that's true. Run, boy, run!
Probably.
Pretty sure he probably can't 1v1 Griff.
Run, boy, run!
I don't. That's what I'm trying to figure out is to where.
I would say that if you are going to try to do this to escape him, staying in the clouds might be best, even if you do get another thing of exhaustion, just to give this plan any way of working.
Yeah, because if I don't, then he'll probably catch me.
If you don't, then he'll just like go at you, and it's like now you're exhausted. You know.
Does exhaustion doesn't affect my speed at all, does it?
Eventually, it does. Yes.
At what point? I guess I wouldn't know that. I guess I'll stay in them for a little longer, flying the opposite direction, and yeah, I'll do that for a little bit.
Alrighty, you stay in the clouds. That cold begins to it continues to pierce your body. You're gonna gain another level of.
Okay, how long does it take for that to happen?
It takes 6 seconds. It takes one round.
Oh, okay.
Your speed is now halved.
But he had went. How much is his fly speed?
If he full dashed for that second round, that would have been 150 feet.
So at that point, like now maybe come down, because if your plan worked, then
If
he
it
should be the other direction from you. If it didn't, then you fucked.
I'll
But
fly, yeah, I guess I'm not gonna risk another one, so I'll.
yeah,
fly
you
down.
can't risk that third level.
You breach under the clouds. You can see again. They did completely obscure everything around you. You breach downwards, and he's not in sight.
Of course, he's fucking.
Dive!
I am diving. Yeah, diving into the fucking woods again. God damn it.
You going for the woods?
Yeah.
You plunge back through the canopy of the trees and into blackness.
I would.
I can have my sword out, but that would, if there are.
That would definitely show everything around where you are.
I mean, I have no other option really, because I can't just
Could you
fucking
have-
wander.
Could you have maybe? I mean, no, because could. You're
If you can
exhausted.
get
You
to
still have
the-
to move quickly. Could you maybe have made it back to the carriage, and like taken off with it? Because like I know you can fly faster than the carriage, but right now you can't.
Right now, you can fly. Yeah, you get your max dash right now. Let's see, 150 halved is what, 75. You fly 5 feet slower than the carriage does.
You could potentially head back, since you went west. head back to the carriage where Jerry and Phil are, and just start taking off in the opposite direction. Maybe even having them go faster, because we have been said that we can make them like speed up, right?
You can travel at fast paces if you want to really push them to go.
Because we had
super
kept
far.
them on the carriage in case they had to leave.
That's but then it's also like
They'll
y'all are gonna
know.
get there.
Like, they'll know, but at the same time, dude, like, if you go into the forest, those bats found you, and we know that Strahd sees through animals.
Yeah, but I can also
Griff
kill
had to have
those
found you at
bats.
some point.
I can try to kill those bats. I can't if I'm
How
in a
many more
carriage.
bats could there be, though?
You said there were like 5 before?
You could see 6, and then you killed 1.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he has fucking infinite bats.
What? No. Silly talk. There can only be so many bats in Barovia.
He can only have 6!
I will say, if you wanted to limit your blindness, you could aim for the edge of the woods, and you could at least see to one side. But obviously, traveling inwards, you would be completely blind.
Yeah, I'm gonna, I guess, try to do that. I'll try to stick to the woods where I can kind of see.
Didn't you say the woods also counted as difficult terrain for him, though, before?
That's when he was running along, like, tree to tree, because that's just hard as fuck to do. And while they're all really, really connected, which makes it simple to go from tree to tree, you're also running blind, and you're hopping up and down and going around shit, and so you're going to be bumping into wood. Honestly, if you were to do that again, probably should have done disadvantage because of the blindness, but I didn't think about it.
But yeah, he'll try to stick to where he can see, and he will. What? I can't see. He wasn't. I couldn't see him at all. He was just flying, and he was
flying parallel to you, and you were moving eastward. You breached the clouds, flipped around, and powered through the pane to rocket back the opposite direction. And when you breached under, he was no longer visible.
He probably fucking would have anticipated shit like that. But waiting near the camp, I think, is going to get him killed. So, or captured again. So he will try to like move away from it, and I think he'll use Nightfall to try to like get a little further in, and then once he's further in, like kind of see them again. And
all right, you bring out Nightfall, and you can see in the immediate 10 feet around you, there's thick foliage. You kind of have to wedge yourself between trees, and there's roots that like arch overwards that are actually high enough you could duck under or climb over and wedge your way. How far do you want to go in?
He'll go in. He'll do that for like maybe 5 or so minutes. Just keep traveling inward.
Alrighty.
And the first sign of any like movement that he hears, he will sheath the sword.
You hear lots of small movement throughout the entire wood. Anytime the light starts touching trees, and you see flutters of things moving by, you see a bunch of smaller animals. You hear the crashing of trees deeper, and especially once you're about 5 minutes in, there's an entire ecosystem going on in here. You hear the odd screech of things being killed.
I do have something I could do, but it's pretty ridiculous and would probably be found immediately.
Do it.
It would give me a chance to rest, but at the same time, I don't like that something just got rolled. We will try to... Oh. Okay.
Spooky bread and meat.
I think he'll just kind of, like, climb up into a tree and wait for, like, an hour or two and just see what happens.
Yep. Alright. You climb up in a tree, you sit down for an hour or two. After about 30 minutes, you hear the cracking of sticks. You can't really see anything.
Okay. As he was doing that, he sheathed his sword. He like
Yeah,
he
I'm
had his.
assuming plunge yourself into darkness. You hear back and forths in a language you don't understand, and then you hear a familiar voice. You hear Alexei.
Oh,
They said he would be this way. Keep looking.
do they? Is there any source of light coming from the direction of the sound, or?
Nope. Not yet, anyways.
What's up?
Not yet, anyways.
He will try to move away from the sound stealthily.
Roll my stealth.
I may very well end up using luck on this. Is it going to parse automatically that I'm at disadvantage?
Yes, it should.
Okay, that's not bad.
It's pretty good. You keep yourself low. You move slowly. Again, working your way tree to tree. This time not super fast, so you're not really having to jump or twist and move yourself really hard. Seems like you're making yourself pretty scarce.
Okay.
Until the knife gets in your back.
I will actually... Instead of going the opposite direction, he will try to make his way back over towards where he was originally, where he saw the bats.
You have no idea where that is.
Oh, well.
You flew like 400 meters away out of the woods and then back in, and you were blind the whole time when you were in. I can't reasonably say. Like, if you tell you what, roll me survival. If you like 19 or 20, then sure, yeah, no. You'd need to be ridiculously good to be able to know the exact position you were before.
Well, I know where the sound came from, so I will try to...
You know where the sound comes from, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I will try to... Did it seem like it came from the road side, kind of?
Yeah, it seemed like they were coming from the Visani side. So to your, like, northeast slightly.
Okay, I will try to go in the eastern direction. Could I can't do that, right? Because... Or no. Can I or can I not do that?
Move east? You could try and move east. Like,
Okay,
you
I
know,
will
they're
try
coming
to
from
do
the
that.
north. You're trying to wrap around them?
Yeah. Because they said he should
Alright.
be this way, so I'm going to try to go the way that they don't think I am.
Yeah. You move, and you roll for them. Oh, fuck. You went far, dice. Plus, where are you? As you're moving,
Fuck.
you hear them talking, and a lot of it's just like, I can't wait to get some more fucking wine in me. It's like
What?
mindless. They don't seem to be particularly preoccupied with finding.
Are they speaking in common now?
Some of them, like every once in a while, they kind of jump back between something you don't really understand.
How many voices does it sound like?
3.
Okay. None of them sound like Griff's voice.
The only one you've recognized so far is Alexei's voice.
Okay. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that right now.
You hear Alexei. I think I saw something that direction. Follow me. And you hear some branches cracking and moving off.
moving off.
Opposite the direction you're moving.
Okay.
Told you, Alexei's our boy.
Either he actually thought he saw something, or he's fucking covering. And that's
Alexei's our
awesome.
boy. Shut up.
I hope you're right.
He's my best friend.
Is he your favorite character?
He's my best friend.
The rest of the party, you
would never
are
say that
all
about Alexei.
prepped.
I would never say that about Alexei.
You are all prepped. Your gear is ready. Everything you had set out in your rooms, you've gathered.
Alrighty.
Where are you guys going? What's your plan for the D?
I'm gonna say goodbye to Goldie.
Yes.
All right. You find him. He'd still be in the kitchen at this point. It wouldn't take you guys an hour or two, but he's there, still drinking wine. Doesn't seem wasted, or if he is, he's good at hiding it.
I don't know when we'll see you again.
Maybe
Cool.
never. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe in a week. Probably not.
I
But
doubt all three of those.
I doubt a lot of things. Hell, I doubt everything.
It's good to hear. So, maybe you could lie to me and give me some words of encouragement?
Okay, I think you're gonna do fine. You keep that frown upside down, little tyke. Stab him real good. Go for the chest. Garlic. I'm sure that works. Totally. And it's all gonna be okay. Dying isn't that bad. And no positive. You're totally gonna kill him, and then we'll all go get favors at one of the local places of pleasure.
I'll keep you to that.
Okie dokie. You have a nice life. I'll see you maybe soon. Probably. Totally soon. Definitely soon.
Definitely soon.
Absolutely.
One of us is lying, but the other
or-
one's telling the truth, by the way.
Exactly. You got it.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I hope you find your book.
I will. I will. Positive. Positive Goldie.
Mm-hmm.
Totally gonna
Positive
find it.
Jolene.
And then I'm gonna fly away.
Yup.
Yup.
And
Just
then
walks
we
away
left.
as soon as she turns a corner, her just like fucking happy face she had for him is gone, and she's just like, I can't stand that guy. She's just gonna walk out the door like I'm fucking done.
Alright, you guys all find yourselves about a 15-minute walk from the Vistani encampment.
It's gonna take us a couple of hours to set out.
I don't really have anything to say to the Vistani, honestly.
I want to make sure we get our carriage. That's about it.
Yeah.
I've already said goodbye to Madame Ava, so I don't plan on talking to anybody.
Yeah, same.
Yes, I'd like to see what became of the other horses in the carriage.
Mm-hmm. She's just gonna start walking.
Yep. And then we go and do it.
And then we go and do it, you
We
see.
did it.
Go and do the thing. You spend 15 minutes walk. Greyer, you still heading east?
I would head east until the point where I would kind of try to like move towards the tree line so I could see outward, until I could reach the camp.
All right. About the time you get there, you see a group of your friends moving towards their carriage.
Oh crap.
He's gonna
Shit's gonna go down.
wait. He's gonna wait until they start moving.
They're already moving.
Oh, until they get away from the Vistani.
Oh, I see. You all right. You stay in the tree line. Let's see. I'll keep your last
Trying.
check.
Trying to steal.
You beat everyone's passive perception, but only just barely.
Damn it! But I can never be surprised.
21.
Yeah.
Are the Vistani still partying?
You guys, as you come up to the carriage, there's about 2 or 3 Vistani there.
Oh, good. You know, not many people to ignore.
It seems the rest are gone somewhere.
Good. I'm sorry.
I want to see him. Fuck 'em,
Watching
am I right?
Vistani. Oh, that's
hate them
the
now.
start of me now.
I hate all but 2 of them.
I'm emotionally invested in you liking the Vistani.
I hate all but 2 of them, and maybe like a half of one in the other camp because they're tiny and they had spunk.
Bring it, I'll fight you.
Oh, okay. I love that Vistani. That
I don't.
Vistani.
I don't love her, but you know she has spunk, so it's
I choose to love her.
Ashley's just gonna like ignore the Vistani that are here and just go and chuck her bag into the carriage.
All right. Devin, Jolene, you notice a couple of them regard you guys. One of them stands up and walks into Madame Ava's tent.
We are leaving. Screw
Yeah.
them.
The sooner the better.
Yep, the horses are already barred up. Both of them are still there. Flynn is not there.
What?
Is there any like sign on the ground, like just like a scorch mark or something?
Just a big old absence.
There is a piece of poop that was probably Flynn.
There is poop.
Oh, he was still there when that
Could be
happened?
his.
Yeah, he was.
He was there. Yep.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
prestidigitation the poop away.
Oh,
Thank you.
Pew, pew, pew.
Appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't that noticeable for once, but I still appreciate it.
You have to clean after your pets, man.
All right, you guys hop in and start moving.
Heading up to the north.
All right. You guys take a little bit. You start working your way along. It's a dirt trail, so it's not easy to ride on, but it only takes a little bit longer, about a half an hour into it, and you are nearing the Gargoyle Bridge. You become familiar with-
Quick thing.
Yeah, no.
Follow.
Are you gonna follow?
Devin,
I was gonna try.
You, at your max speed, will be trailing slightly, assuming they're moving top for now because it's difficult
I
terrain.
mean, we're,
I'd say you can
Hadrick
keep
had
up.
said we were gonna get there at basically like later in the day, so like I don't think we're going top speed.
I mean,
Yeah,
we're aiming
also
to get there
can't
for
right
dinner.
now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We
We're
can't be
basically- we're
early
basically
to
going
dinner.
We're going at a very
Jeez.
leisurely speed, I think.
What nerd shows up early to get seats?
I know. right?
You find it very easy to
Hey.
keep up alongside them. They're not going particularly fast
get
at
to
all.
pick your seats. It's nothing to
Monty would
sneeze at.
too.
I'm assuming I'm
You would.
flying in order to keep up with them.
Yeah, you'd be kind of having to hop from tree to tree, like using your
Still keeping
flight to
yourself, like,
move
you know.
Is he noticeable?
forward as a bound.
Yeah,
Forward
I
as a
didn't
bound.
want to like meta it, but I was gonna say that
Yeah.
Jolene's
As long
definitely-
as
He
he's
said he
taking-
beat our. He said he beat our passive perceptions.
As long as he's taking care of
that's
the
fair.
main scene, he's currently got everyone beat.
Damn.
There's no one else like seemingly around other than just them and me, right?
Right now, nobody in sight.
Okay, so he's going to. How do I want to do this?
I don't know, Dreyer. How do you want to do this?
I roll for attack. No.
You're not Dreyer. Die. Shatter.
Is the hunt beginning?
Now let's go find the real Dreyer.
The carriage has a roof, right?
Yes, it does.
I
You're
think
gonna
he will-
land on the roof.
I think he will land on the roof and sit down.
Roll me stealth. Because that is getting on there and making not enough of a sound to alert Devin or Jolene is gonna
He's
be.
not trying to be necessarily quiet about it.
All right. You hear a on the top of your car. Monty, I'm assuming you're driving since you're proficient with land vehicles.
Yeah.
Who's riding shotgun? Is anyone riding shotgun, or is it just Monty?
I will be riding shotgun because I usually ride on Flynn, but Flynn isn't here.
Both of you hear a thud behind you.
Oh. What was that?
Stands.
looking over kind of the top of the arch that makes most of the wall behind you and the kind of little archway to get inside. You see a exhausted looking Dreyer.
First eyes goes wide, and she goes, "Cry!" And then her eyes go angry. She remembers seeing when Xanthric was. I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
Time to kill this imposter. Anyway.
He's just like, yeah, he just like looks exhausted. He's like kind of breathing a little heavily.
Dreyer!
Is everyone okay up there?
She will exclaim
going on?
Dreyer before trying to climb onto the roof.
Hey.
I'm so... What?
I love that we're all like fucking. What could possibly be going on out there? And then Monty's like, Dreyer!
I'm glad we're at a leisurely pace with these horses because I'm climbing on top.
Is there a window to this carriage?
There is one on the back and one on the front. The sides are completely covered.
Oh.
Sticks head out of window that's in the back or the front.
Is
to,
Brett
like, where
really,
Monty
is Brett really
is.
crackly for anyone else?
Well,
Yeah, I hear
Okay.
it too.
Only a little bit.
BRB. I'll just
Sometimes.
unplug and replug things, but I'm not going to do that in call because that would be terrible.
You hop up, Ashley, your feet kind of dangling for a moment as you wiggle your way onto the top of the carriage.
Gonna make my way over to Dreyer.
Hey, Ashley.
Pull out my blade and point it at Dreyer.
Oh, you actually doing that?
No.
Oh, do it though.
Do it! He's a butt fucking traitor, do it!
I'm not
He
gonna do that.
deserves it.
I'm not gonna do that. Believe me. Ashley's not very good with her swords. You see.
Excuse me, Monty. There's like a head sticking out of the window that's up in the front. It's Jolene.
Hello. Yes, Julie?
What's going on up there?
I
Not
exclaimed
upstairs.
Dreyer, and so
I
did
know!
Monty.
Yeah, but like, is
And I
everything okay?
climbed
Is
up
he?
the top.
Listen here. Does he look like he's attacking us?
He's like exhausted sitting down.
He's got his wings out. Get him!
She's asking Monty that.
Well, I'm doing that, so if he turns around to see that, that's what he sees.
I'm not sure. I'm keeping my eyes on the road here.
Yeah, it'd be hard for him to drive and stand up because it's not like an immediate turnaround to see. You'd have to turn around and kind of a half stand to see over the top.
Oh.
You would have saw Ashley
Monty,
turn
pull
around and you would have
over!
saw her legs dangling.
I am on
Mount
the
the top of the carriage, yeah.
I'm waiting for whatever this is doing before I say anything to Dreyer.
Yeah, maybe pulling over is a better option.
Sure. Yes. I'll pull over. Ah.
Just
Dreyer, what are you doing?
Saw the sound of pull over.
I don't
Been
know
looking for
horse
you.
things.
Shoots
To
a
go,
look
you
at-
go, yeah! To stop, you go, yeah!
What?
He's in.
Whoa, that's it.
Dreyer,
Jolene's gonna-
Dreyer, are you okay? She's gonna like go over to him and start kind of like patting at him.
I'm.
As she does, she's going to whisper something to Dreyer.
Oh.
What is she going?
Everybody's mad.
Yeah.
I kind of figured.
Speaking of people being mad, Jolene's looking at a Hadrick to gauge his reaction to this.
Oh, he's very much like in the carriage, like looking at you guys, being like, "Go ahead, have your first reactions."
I was gonna say Devin's like staying in the carriage with Kilala too.
Fucking, I guess Jolene's staying too.
Dreyer,
Oh,
they're not.
Jesus.
We've already talked. They're not gonna trust you.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
So
Best
I'm
foot
gonna do
forward.
something, okay? And you probably don't look like you can do anything to stop me.
What are you gonna do?
Ashley, please.
I want to try to manacle Dreyer.
Whoa.
Oh,
Kinky.
Are you gonna allow Ashley to manacle you, Gray?
I mean, he has no real reason to not.
All right, yeah. So after
I
about
want to manacle his bird legs.
2 minutes, your legs are clamped, and then a thin wire of chain is brought up, and your wrists are clamped.
I'll be like, guys, help!
Something's gonna be at the door in like 20 seconds, so I'm gonna go get that. I'm sorry. I'm
It's
sorry.
cool.
Help
it's okay.
is in,
You're
like-
just see-
Did
I'll just
someone
assume
help?
you're
Hadrian
seething
is
with
just blank
rage.
face.
I'm
You
just
stand
gonna
there,
assume
you're
you're
sitting
seething
with
with
a
rage.
firm look of consternation on his face.
Help is in like you're
Monty?
in trouble?
Monty?
Is
Are
he
you
Are you
attacking
okay,
you?
Ashley?
Mon,
Are you
shut
alright?
up!
Help like
Stop
that.
talking over me!
Do you need me to kill him? I'll do it.
I don't think it's a. You don't need to broadcast that I'm like doing something when I'm not doing something.
I'm not telling them you're doing. Oh my god. Pushes
Is
him
he
off. the
doing
carriage.
something?
Fuck.
I wanted someone to help me get you down from the carriage, and they're all fucking doing that.
Oh.
But then they keep talking over me and won't let me say it.
Sorry.
Anywho. Help, Monty?
Yes?
You're strong, come here.
All right.
Did you kick him off or not?
I did not. I was
Oh,
playing.
I thought you
yeah.
actually kicked him off. and
I
was
said
prepared
that to
act as though
stop
you-
everybody from talking.
I'm
going to, as you stop, like point to Dreyer and then point like to the ground, like, hey,
Alright.
help me get him down.
With Monty climbing on the top, the wood begins
I
to
was saying
groan.
for him to catch him, basically, like reaching up to get him. That's why I was pointing at. That's why I was pointing at the ground.
Monty just
like
lets
one
him
step
in the
on
ground.
hear it. I'll wait on the ground.
He's wearing like heavy armor, so like I'm guessing, just pointing to the ground, pointing to him, like we're getting him down.
Alright, well, Monty attack as well. You're hopping on the ground, Monty?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, hearing the wood creak, it's like, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, like 2 tinies, or rather a bird and a tiny. Sure, but that plus a Monty, I'm like, nah, that wood's not built for that.
I don't think we'd.
Fair.
Yeah, he hops off the side. He seems prepared.
He's going to motion Dreyer toward Monty.
I motion over. I can hop down on my own.
Yeah, they don't trust you. Go.
He'll hop down as best he can on his own. If Monty tries to help, then that's whatever.
And I'm back.
Alright.
Monty's a strong boy. I'm sure he can.
Once you hop down, he'll like hold your arm behind your back at an awkward angle.
He can't because they're manacled.
Yeah.
They're manacled.
Oh, I thought you just manacled the legs. Sorry.
No, the manacles are built so you can manacle hands and legs together.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Okay. So then I'll just like keep a hand on like the back of his shirt or whatever.
My robe.
So yeah,
Watching all
Dreyer
this from the
flops
carriage.
down.
Oh.
Relatively fine. It's roll me acrobatics just for fun because you have disadvantage.
Oh.
I want to
Okay.
see if you
Wanting
nail
to
it.
catch
Shit!
him.
Eat shit!
Eat shit!
I want to eat shit.
Oh yeah,
Oh, hell yeah.
I dropped a 20.
he's too cat-like for a bird. He plops down gracefully, and is immediately escorted by Monty of Kinship.
I'll bring him around back so he's in full
He's off.
view of the others.
You gonna shoot him?
I can hardly fucking.
No.
I'm gonna bring him around back.
Not yet. Maybe soon.
Yeah, I guess he'll just listening to Ashley. He'll just cooperate. I guess.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. It wasn't my call.
So you're down in the carriage now?
No, not in the carriage. I'm
Not in the
I'm
carriage.
outside on the ground.
Yeah, just like bringing him around like the back of the carriage, or like where is like the opening?
Hops
The
down.
biggest opening is in the back.
back?
And
Yeah, then I'm
there's
bringing
a
him to the
smaller
back.
opening you can crawl through in the front.
Yeah, I'll bring him to the back where you guys can see him.
Watching.
All right. The rest of you see Dreyer in manacles.
Uncomfortably and exhausted.
Yeah, he looks fucking tired.
Guys, look what we found.
You look like shit.
I feel like shit.
You should.
Oh. Like Hadrick had his arms crossed and has been like, just had that look of like, I'ma say something fucking scathing you. And as soon as Jolene says that, he's just like, oh. Oh, jeez.
How to react?
So that's the tone.
You guys forget that Jolene's proficient in intimidation.
Yo, you right?
Oh shit!
Fucking see that.
Jolene's bad cop.
We're all trying to be bad cop, it's just not
There's
working.
no good cop.
Hey, I'm good cop. I told him about it.
He doesn't really respond to what Jolene says. Mostly because he doesn't know how, and he's kind of like, fuck.
So why'd you come back?
Well, some things happened.
That's particularly vague.
Yeah.
Got in a scuffle. Ended up having to ditch the castle.
You left because you were trying to avoid us being attacked by them. They're still alive. They could come back. They don't have their prisoner now. By your own logic. Shouldn't they be coming back to kill us? Why did you come back?
That's not why I left.
Then why did you leave?
I wanted to think there was a way to save both of them. Both Griff and Era. And you guys were winning. And I knew you would. And in the moment when Ashley had a knife to her throat, I thought, this needs to end, so I ended it.
By letting her throat get slit.
I don't believe it was my actions that got her throat slit.
Now, being fair to Dreyer, that's what he was trying to avoid. That said, even the person with a knife to their throat was confident we could win.
I was confident you could win.
But you didn't want us to.
You were concerned more for one of the people that's been tormenting us.
He doesn't... I don't even know what to say for him anymore. There's nothing to say.
Who is he to you?
He was someone I thought I could save from the life he's found himself in. But recent events have made it clear that he's quite comfortable.
And so discovering this, they just let you leave?
I mean, by the look of him, it doesn't look like he just left happily.
Well, I did leave. But
well, happily was the key word there.
How'd you escape?
I guess that's what I was getting at more.
There's something in Strahd's castle that I found rather fortuitously that allows anyone who uses it to transport themselves to certain places.
Is it the teleportation sword?
Hadrick sits up slightly. It's a thing?
Yeah, what did you say, Ashley?
I said, is it the teleportation sword? Points at your new sword.
Which is sheathed.
I know, but there's a new sword.
No, that's not what that is.
You found out how Strahd can teleport himself around then?
I found at least one way, yeah.
Did you bring it with you?
It's, not exactly mobile.
Do you know how to use it?
Yeah, I used it to transport myself to the mountain we found the Amber Temples on.
Why there?
It was the first one I grabbed. I just grabbed a random one.
But you do know how to use it if you had time.
Yes. It doesn't take a lot of time.
Bounces up and down.
Oh, that might be a
hope
that might
building.
Be That might
motivation.
be. I'm pretty sure that might be our way to get the skull out of the castle. Then.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at you. That's not what this is. I'm just. That's good. Is all.
At least you're providing information.
Next time we bump into Griff, what do you plan to do?
As much as I hate to do it, he's gotta. If Era stands any chance, I think he's gotta go.
Good.
With him gone, I don't think Strahd has much of a reason to kill her. Not that I doubt he could make one up.
I'd like to roll insight on Dreyer to see if Dreyer really means what he's saying.
Yes, I would like to do the same.
All right. Well, I guess this is one of those. I guess everyone's doing it. Things cool.
I will not.
What does Jolene know?
Jolene, he's lying.
You know?
Is everyone? Is only Hadrick and Monty doing it?
I'm not doing
Jolene and Monty did. Jolene, you can't make heads or tails of it. Like, this is a lot to take in.
Yeah. I didn't think we were going to see
Dreyer,
you for a
you
long time.
Roll persuasion or deception if you want to into the tower, if you want to have it be a thing.
I
You're trying to get your point across.
Or you can just let him know.
I feel. I mean, he's being very honest.
Yeah, if he's being honest, I don't need him to. He doesn't need to roll anything to determine that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I imagine he has a very regretful look for multiple reasons on his face.
Were you around him? Strahd?
What do you mean?
When you were at the castle, did you see Strahd?
Oh, Strahd himself?
Yeah.
No, I never saw him.
Saw his
What
boyfriend.
about anyone else in the castle that we don't know about?
I saw someone who's like the people we met at the Abbey, those hybrid people. One of the, I guess a family member of theirs lives and works there. There's a man in a room chained to a desk writing stuff on scrolls. I didn't really check that out. There was a prisoner there that I set free at first, but then Griff told me some things about him that I'm not sure about. Said he might be one of the werewolf people that we killed in that cave. Other than that, and like a consort of Strahd's. I didn't really talk to him.
Oh.
That's everyone.
So you didn't find Irina and you didn't find the dragon skull?
No, I was looking for the dragon skull, but I found the teleport thing first, and then Griff ambushed and had to get out.
I see. Well, we might want to delay our trip to Strahd's castle then.
Yeah, I imagine he has many of the Vistani looking for me.
Well,
I
meant that you need to rest. Dreyer needs to rest and regain his strength, and if we take Dreyer right back there, what's going to happen?
Same thing that would happen to any of us, I think.
I mean,
Griff is currently hunting him.
In Strahd's eyes, I'm probably an invited guest that refused his hospitality.
Yeah. Dreyer has slighted Strahd at this point. If Dreyer's going to go back there, he has to be at least rested.
How long will it take us to get to the castle from here? Because, it takes
From
quite a while.
almost the bridge.
Yeah.
Enough time for him to rest?
He wouldn't be able to take a long rest because he's already taken one this day, and you can only have one per 24 hours. So if he wanted to actually take a proper long rest, he would have to actually wait till tomorrow.
Does he? How do you?
It would take you about 6-7 hours to get to Strahd's, since you're going through the craggy mountains.
Would that get rid of any of his exhaustion at all?
No.
Takes a little.
Exhaustion is removed by greater restoration or.
Oh, it can't be removed by long resting.
No, it can be removed by long rest, but you cannot long rest again because you just finished a long rest, and you can only long rest once per 24 hours. So upon like the next day, you could do another one, and then you could lower your exhaustion by 1. If you want it to be in top condition, it would take.
We'd have to wait 2 days.
Yeah. Which, I mean...
With the Vistani looking for us, and Griff looking for us.
Hiding from them's not particularly hard.
All of us hiding from them would be.
Not really. They're in specific places.
And if Griff comes and finds us, we can take him. He won't have the horse from hell, nor his other companion, hopefully.
I don't know what Rahadin is doing. I never saw him there. There's a chance he might be able to come back.
If it's just Griff, this might be an opportunity.
So then we need to consider if we want to use this time to try to lure out and ambush Griff, or if we want to go to the castle, and if we do want to go to the castle, if we want to wait for Dreyer to recover, or if we want to leave Dreyer behind, probably with somebody, and have some of us go.
I did see Griff out searching.
I'm not worried about Griff. I'm worried about the Vistani.
Yeah, I saw Alexei. He was with some others. Led him off in a wrong direction. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but he might be someone that's kind of looking out for us, at least. Hopefully.
Female Vistani have some of the same powers that I have.
Yeah?
If they're... I'm just saying, if they find us,
No.
we don't know if Griff's gonna be by himself or not.
He probably will be.
They weren't ordered to attack us last time.
But things have changed, like you said. Dreyer has went against Strahd.
Yeah, but Strahd also orchestrated an attack on us. There was no need to be polite there, and the Vistani were used only as a distraction at that time. It's not like this situation is, compared to that one, that much different. And I do know one place that we could go that's pretty defensible.
Yeah?
The tower.
Yeah? That could work.
Not that I'm saying that's the best option, I'm just saying that if we needed a place to go where we wouldn't be ambushed, people don't have a whole lot of influence against us, and we can't be caught off guard, then the tower.
Wasn't there, like, a bunch of holes and stuff in the tower?
I remember at least one hole in there.
And, like, a bunch of the stuff being loose and broken? Like, that would be like something...
Yes, but it's also incredibly easy to see anything coming from any direction there.
Yeah.
Stuff still has to approach the tower.
Truth.
Well, invisible things would be pretty hard to spot, but...
Yeah, but that's a consideration that would be true no matter where we went.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
But that's only assuming that we want to deal with Griff. Devin, Casimir, Jolene, Monty?
I can't speak to what the Lord's reaction would be to one fleeing his premises on such short order.
Can't imagine he'd take it terribly well.
Yeah, I would not imagine, no.
He's done terrible things for less.
Yeah.
He's a man of whimsy. It's not impossible that if he were to return with friends, he would simply see it as you returning the full party he expected in the first place.
I hadn't considered that.
But that's conjecture at best.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know what the best course of action is.
Based on our current trajectory, maybe it is the castle. They did send someone to capture somebody because he was tired of waiting. If we did go back and we had a dinner with him, in theory, he'd have no reason to keep you anymore. That's assuming that he's not going to indignantly smite you. Blah, words. Indignantly smite you.
Yeah, but
I'm eating a chicken nugget. Leave me alone.
Patrick is just eating chicken nuggets as we're talking.
These could be you, Dreyer.
Brightly colored McDonald's bag. Leave me alone. Oh.
Are those from the mansion? Yeah. Didn't he say they would disappear? He did. So he was lying? I don't know.
Jolene just has a cup of watermelon.
Don't look your horse in the mouth.
Either way, I would like to make haste. I'm eager to use this and see my sister alive again.
Yeah. Actually, I think my vote is for going to the castle still.
My vote's for that as well.
I agree.
same.
Dreyer?
I'll
I
go
guess
where
that
you
this
guys
is the
go.
best thing.
Probably want those manacles off before we get there.
Not like I'll be able to do much without him in this condition.
It's easier to have your throat not cut if you can move properly. I can't imagine flying would be super easy with them on.
Nah, I'm sure he's
No, I'm
fine.
not complaining. Get the fuck these things off me.
Nah, I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure that he's perfectly fine. We still don't know if we can trust him after all.
Here, here. I was prepared to lightning bolt your ass out of the sky.
You didn't even see me.
I know. That's why you didn't get lightning bolted out of the sky. I mean, Jolene
will
wouldn't
undo
say
the
that.
manacles.
But
You blackbird, you're like, it's Griff! Bam!
It's Griff.
oh
or
wait, no,
Dreyer.
it's Dreyer. I cast a
bam.
spell. No.
Undoes the manacles.
Yeah, he'll stand up proper and dust himself off.
Well,
You guys want to head there now?
That's the plan. Sorry, I have a cold.
it's true. He does.
I'll probably be better, like, in the next 10 minutes.
Something like that.
Perfect.
Alright. You guys begin.
Oh,
go on.
before we do that, I've been wanting to ask Ashley something for a while. You can speak with animals, right?
Yeah.
Could you perhaps ask, what's it, Jerry and Phil, if they remember what it looked like when Flynn disappeared?
They're just like, yeah, what do you mean disappeared? Somebody walked up and stole him. I'm kidding. Said they were gonna fuck with Monty by leaving that statue behind.
It's like a video recording of Strahd just walking up and taking Flynn.
Elaborate yet kind of mundane prank.
It's like convenience store cameras, where it's like filming someone commit a crime.
That quality.
Yeah.
Like really low resolution, low frame rate.
No sound.
Goes to the front of the thing and starts going, nay, 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 nay.
Nay, nay, nay.
Nay, 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 nay.
Hi, little horse lady.
I'm, again, not a horse. You guys are horses.
Yeah.
So,
Most nayness.
Yeah, we're horses.
first off, you guys did a good job being all ready to go whenever we wanted you. That's really good.
We just ate some grass. It was good.
Understood. Understandable. So, what happened to Flynn?
Yeah.
He exploded.
Now, when you say exploded,
Just imagine you inflates like a beach ball, just.
now when you say exploded,
He like lit on fire and stuff, and he started screaming.
Oh my god!
And then he was running around, and the Vistani were real happy about that. And
I
then
hate them.
he just kind of smoldered into nothing, and then disappeared.
Why are your animals all sociopaths, unaffected by anything around them?
No, it was really scary.
I hate them so much.
Goddamn
Yeah.
Vistani!
Oh my god!
How much of this are you actually gonna tell Monty? Because I feel like that's two.
I'm not
steps
telling
away.
all of that to Monty.
So they took him to a farm.
Yeah, the Vistani came and unhooked him and led him away somewhere, and something happened. I don't know.
He was never hooked up. He was the only one that wasn't.
He just left. You know, he decided he needed a vacation.
I'm like, okay, all right. If anyone else asks, don't tell them what you just told me.
No one ever talks to us.
I understand, but if anyone else ever asks you, do not say what you just told me.
Can we tell them about how we pooped because it was scary?
I cleaned it up. It's fine.
Thanks.
Anyway, I'm gonna go. We're gonna head out soon.
All right, where are we going?
To that big scary castle on the hill over there.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. So here's the thing. We're gonna head there, and we're probably gonna teleport out or something.
Okay,
So-
what does that mean?
Whenever we stop and go there, you're gonna go back to that camp.
Okay. What?
Mm-hmm. Okay, good job. All right, I'll talk to you later.
We're never gonna
Smash
see those
cut
horses
to like
after
hours
that
from
point.
now. They're both dead outside the castle.
I'll talk to the others. We'll see if we're gonna keep you at the castle or not. I don't think we should. Anyway, bye.
Fucking cut to the two of
But-
them somehow, like with the carriage stuck in a tree. The instructions were unclear.
Oh man, we're really in a pickle this time, Jerry. You said it, Phil. Oh jeez.
Little horse legs going in the air in the tree. Oh man.
Oh jeez, Phil.
So I'm gonna go
boy.
back and I'm gonna be like, so I learned what happened to Flynn.
What did you learn? What happened?
He seemed to have disappeared in a puff of fire.
Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Like he teleported? Just like puff of fire and gone?
Probably.
Oh.
I mean, you have him as a statue now, so magic, right?
Have you guys seen Galaxy Quest?
Yes.
I found out what happened to Flynn. What happened? He turned inside out. And then he exploded.
Oh. Fucking love that movie.
Sorry.
I mean, Flynn was basically like a face spirit and everything, right? Anyway, right? So, like, I'm sure once we fix this, it's fine.
I hope so. Thank you for asking for me.
By the way, super don't like the Vistani right now. Like, you know how I said I didn't like them before and how I completely ignored them and like, I want to murder them. No reason, nothing, like, it's just a feeling I have. We should leave.
Yeah, man.
Are these related? Or
No,
just-
no, it's something else they told me.
Are y'all being quiet?
Okay. I'll roll insight.
Oh.
That's fair.
That's fair.
The real question is, Monty,
Hold up,
do you
hold
really
up,
want
I'm
to know?
lying though.
Reminder
I am
that you
actively
technically
lying.
can't. Reminder that you technically can't do that to another player if they don't want to.
It's true.
I mean, I'm actively lying. Sure, if I need to roll deception, I will.
Roll it for me in the tower. She seems like she's got a lot on her plate. You don't really know what's going. She's been weird all day. First, she was super peppy. She wants to stab the Vistani. Maybe it's just a new day, new me thing.
Gotcha.
Maybe she's just really upset with the explosion. She actually cares about animals a lot more. Maybe her and Devin have more in common.
An explosion.
All right. I'll yeah.
No, it's more like the puff of fire. I didn't say it, puff of fire.
Yeah.
I used the word puff. It's a
Yeah,
lot
it's-
less. It's a lot less more. It's a lot less volatile than explosion or
It's like an I
set
Dream
on fire.
Bikini puff, not like a.
It's a nuclear bomb size puff.
Darkness blacker than black and darker than dark. I beseech thee, combined with my.
All right. So yeah, I'll just chuck any weirdness up to nerves. I'll give her a boost up onto the carriage, and we'll head off.
That's totally what it is.
Are you reading my mind?
This is one of the Vistani powers, whatever. I'm kidding.
Huh.
She's just gonna sit at the front of the carriage, just like, God, I hate my race.
Oh.
I hate how subservient they are to this evil motherfucker.
Your race is human.
Nuh-uh. We are a
Ridiculous.
subsect of human
Well,
called assholes.
the word race can absolutely be used to refer to your people, your heritage.
I think in an older edition they were referred to as a human subrace, but yeah, calling it a Vistani race wouldn't be too far off. They're technically not all human, especially depending on the edition you're playing.
Yeah.
But that's semantics. Anything else before you guys begin your 7-hour journey to Castle Ravenloft?
I'm good.
Not much, apart from to note that we have 2 minutes on the timer.
Awesome, that works out.
Nope.
You spend your time moving along. You see basically nothing on the trip there. A couple animals here and there. You see a wolf on the side of the road that darts into the brush. You come past this large drawbridge. I'm going to reshare a picture that I think I only sent to Dreyer last. I can't remember if I shared it with everybody. Where are you? No, I don't want that one. That's for if you fucking go out of your way to do some weird shit.
Oh, let's do some weird shit. I want to know what's on that one.
Turn the card around. Let's do some weird shit.
I don't know if you could...
Pop a wheelie. Pop a carriage wheelie.
Alright.
Woo!
The horse is just like
wheelie! Yeah.
You come up to a...
Jerry and
Someone?
Flynn have to be airborne for that to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Aaron.
As you come to this massive drawbridge, and there's these large gatehouse on either side, you notice the wood there is rotted and old. It's not the most secure looking. It drops into a sheer cliff that goes down some distance. It's obscured by the mist, but it's beyond sight. It's falling down that would be almost certainly lethal. You know that at least one person has survived a fall of around that height because you met him.
Yeah, we can
but
live.
you're not super sure that that would be a great thing. Do you want to take the cart across, or would you like to park it at the gatehouse here and walk across?
I'm worried about Jerry and Phil.
Want to keep them safe.
At the same time, we're probably not going to leave them here. If we're planning on teleporting out with a fucking skull. But again, we probably will leave them here. Just in case we don't teleport out. Jerry and Phil are going to get fucked, man.
Should we just tell them to walk back to the camp, or
No, I mean, what if we need them? What if we don't teleport out? What if we try to take the skull out regularly?
Yeah, because I can only teleport one person.
We're not talking about your teleport.
Oh, true. Listen, I forget!
I
There's
feel like
multiple
there's a lot of
teleportings
things.
now.
There's probably a shit ton of stuff in this castle that could easily keep up with us and kill those horses if we tried to run away using that.
Yeah, I mean, we should probably just have Jerry and Phil like make their way back to one of the closest areas.
Yeah.
I'll tell Jerry and Phil to try to remember their way back to either the town or the Vistani camp, and to stay on the roads.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, I think we can do that. Yeah, you can count on us.
If anything happens, just go as fast as you can.
All right. And for you. All right.
Just an intelligence check to see if they know what the fuck where it is.
Uh-huh.
I told him to stay on the roads. There's not a lot of roads. Just follow the fucking roads, you fucking stupid horses.
Jerry Phil.
So you're leaving Jerry Fell, and they're gonna march off by themselves. I don't think you guys have anything in the cart you need to worry about. So you grab your bags and you start making the bridge.
Goodbye, cart.
I'm gonna need to roll 6 of these real quick. That's not what I want. Let me go.
I'll miss you, cart.
Goodbye, cart. So long.
Oh, okay.
I'll miss you, thing I spent all my money on.
And 5 and 6. This is gonna go in order.
Well,
that was Jerry Flynn's. So the first one, you start making your way across. Monty moving across. The wood is old and kind of sags, but holds just fine. The entire, it must be 50, 100 meters across the whole bridge. The entire thing is groaning just under the weight of the wind, and it is a bit of a concern as you're crossing. Devin, you keep walking, and for a quarter second, part of the wood under your feet cracks. And you actually have to hop a step as part of the wood there just splinters off and falls down into the abyss below. Hadrick. You got under the 5%. You step forward onto the bridge, following everyone, and about 25 feet in, a board under your feet groans for half a second and snaps.
Well, goodbye.
Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, shit.
Is he within several feet of Monty?
That's really good.
You're all fairly close to each other.
Wait, hold on. Okay, so why do I auto fail?
Why
am I unconscious?
What?
Unconscious me!
Oh, it's because you got drunk.
I think I removed it after that. I think it's because I died in my dream.
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
But yeah, 19.
You fall and you get about waist down into it before you catch the next 2 with your elbow in hand, and you are dangling from this sheer drop.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Hadrick!
Well, this is how I go. This is it.
No!
Mundane death for a mundane man.
Oh my fucking god.
I'm holding on to him at this
I'd like
point.
to try to hoist myself up with the help of whomever might be helping.
Scramble to grab you. I'd say no check needed. You hoist yourself up and you find your solid footing again.
All right.
It must be the other boards here holding you down. Hold on, shatter! I'm kidding.
Everyone falls.
And there goes the campaign.
I can end this all right now. I'm kidding.
Oh goodness.
Jolene, you rolled a 69. Nothing happens because of it, but good job.
Nice. Nice.
And Ashley, no one else broke the 5% barrier. You make your way across the bridge through the gatehouse, and I need to this darn picture. Yeah. You find yourselves at the entrance to Castle Ravenloft.
Oh shoot!
And we gon' cap it there. since we're a little bit past timer for sure.
We are in
Welcome back to the party, I guess. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, freaking if one of you fell right at the end, I would definitely A, end it there, and B, would be both upset and evil and scheming and laughing. Having fun.
I mean, that would have gone away.
This is
That would have been. It's not.
Move
Motherfucker!
along.
That would have been
He
an
just calls up to move along.
Move along.
No!
I mean, whenever he died the first time, that's basically what he said to you guys then. He was like,
Literally
keep
even
going.
asking me this since
These
session
will
one.
be these will be my final words. Damn it!
We will.
Oh boy.
That was fun.
The party's finally all in one cohesive group, which is going to be nice for smoothing things out.
Yeah.
And you are now in one of the most famous dungeons in D&D history.
For the first time again.
On second thought, let's not go there. It's a silly place.
Yeah, let's go back.
It's supposed to get sucks dick.
I think the rest of us just are gonna live here in Barovia. Yeah. What are you gonna do, Ashley? I guess I'll leave. Like,
Yeah, I mean, fuck y'all, I guess.
I mean, I don't really want to stay here, and if you guys don't want to take out Strahd,
Okay.
like, I guess I'll just go.
So, we should probably end. I'd like to rest in any case.
You'd like to not be dead.
Yeah, pretty much. I made it through the game though. Woo!
Yay!
I'm clearly recovering compared to last week when I couldn't talk till the very, very end.
Oh.
Alrighty. Goodbye, people. Oh, no. Credits.
Caught yourself.
I did.
Hey.
I did catch myself.
Buddy, what are you doing?
Gonna get rid of it. I put I mentioned it in the text chat, and I know the people at home can see it by now, but I put a little spinning rainbow heart on the screen.
It's beautiful.
Nice.
I really wish
Is that,
Vin...
for, is,
I
that
real-
for, is that for the fact that, you know, blood comes from the heart and Strahd sucks blood?
Yeah. Totes. I really wish that Vind wasn't, like, out of the country this month, because I hadn't thought ahead about it, but I really wanted to get, like, a background specifically made for Pride Month. But then he was gone. I was like, fuck. Now, best I can do now is just put rainbows on
Happy
things.
staying Pride Month.
Yee.
No,
Make a background for like Yuno and Nordico.
well, that's what I would have asked him to do. He just... He's not around. Fuck.
That's fair.
They're fucking perfect.
It's true.
Are they?
Yes.
I say so.
I mean, what we really need to do, like, you have Rainbow Strahd here, but I don't see his concubine beside of him.
He's right.
You know you're right. Oh.
That's some pretty. That seems topical.
That's pretty prideful right there. Like,
Listen, Asher's having a moment, okay? Leave him alone.
No one's criticizing him. We're celebrating him.
yeah.
We're celebrating
Love
his
him.
in Pride.
This is his month.
Bitch is hot as fuck.
He'd be pretty darn proud.
Look at these bits and such. And these
Oh my God.
moderators. Those followers.
Them ones
Those
right
subs
there.
and resubs.
So pretty on the rainbow background. It's mesmerizing.
I'ma run it again.
Oh,
Like a
The
madman.
credit's so nice, you gotta run them twice.
oh damn.
Yeah. So happy Pride Month, everybody.
Yeah.
happy Pride Month.
It's so good.
Heck yeah.
Correct.
Strahd looks so good with the rainbow background.
You right?
All right.
Jumps
Oh,
off his
let's be
castle,
honest.
lands in front of the party. I'm gay.
We know he has a boyfriend.
We know.
I'm gay. Give me my girlfriend back.
I've been tormenting people for so long because I couldn't accept who I was. Fucking lift the fog. You can all leave. I'm gay. I'm gay.
Logan's just like constantly changing the background, like fucking as
can be
the story
evil and
progresses.
gay.
Like fucking, okay, right now he's gay, and then it's like, give me my girlfriend back. Okay, he's bi. Changes it to the bi flag. Like fucking, no, turns out I was gay all along. Back to the rainbow. He's like, oh god, Strahd, what are you?
Why are you so mysterious in so many ways?
What are you, Strahd? Unconcerned.
Oh, the coughing's starting.
That's-
Okay,
God
we're gonna
damn
go.
you,
Goodbye,
Strahd.
everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Party time!